Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, I'm currently sick. I got sick coming back from the Charlo fight, so you may see me blowing my nose and handling my thing. But what's up with everybody? Let's talk some boxing. Smash the like button. The real is back. Yo, what up? Somebody said finally. Finally what? Y'all waited 5 minutes. What you mean? Somebody said finally. Y'all some impatient asses. Listen, where y'all at? Where y'all from?
Are you tired of using those bullshit beats?
Hey. Okay. I told you we on some new shit. Yeah. Hold on, we gotta switch up. I gotta find. I'm trying to find a beat I want. Okay, we can work with this. Shout to the Philippines, Seattle, San Diego, Riverhead, NY. I see y'all. ATL, Hercules, Cali, gang. South Texas, Harlem World, come on. Hercules. Mexico always in this. Australia, Sweden. I told you we worldwide. Ain't nobody liver than us. Chicago, Garfield Park Boxing. Cleveland. Fayetteville, North Carolina 910. Pasadena, I see y'all. Quebec, Canada. DC, Toledo. Okay. We just working, people. I got some different things. We got some different things we got to talk about. Ooh. Doo-doo.
Are you tired of using those bullshit beats?
Dallas.
Get those fire tracks at
Brooklyn.
grbeats.com.
I said all black. We all black like a funeral. All black, all black, all black on. We on some funeral shit. Downtown LA, I see y'all. Boston, what it do? Talk about Loma, pound for pound. I don't have Loma pound for pound number one. He cool. He good. Why would Loma be pound for pound? Let me know what Loma. Why would you put Loma pound for pound? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on, let me cut this. Why would you have Loma number one at this point? Like, I'm just curious. I want to know how you guys rate people. Like, no fanboyism. Just tell me, in 13 fights, how have you seen that this guy is separated from everyone else totally? Loma has to have more bodies. That's what I'm saying. He don't even have 20 fights. What? My dude Joey Spencer, who fights on the Jose Uzcategui Caleb Plant card, he been a pro for like less than a year, and he got 6 fights. So he got half of what Lomachenko got. Like, really? No, real talk. Break this down for me. My dude Joey Spencer, he's young, right? He's gonna be on the Jose Uzcategui Caleb Plant, signed with Al Heyman, right? And he already got 6 fights. Lomachenko got 13. 13? Yeah, Joey's on the card. I'll be there. You know, I was just talking to his fam yesterday. So, you know. Like, come on, bro. Loma got He got 6-7 more fights than Joey Spencer, who just turned pro. You know, where's Shakur Stevenson at? Let me check. I think Mick Conlon got 10 fights. You know. Now, granted, you know, they're fighting whoever they're fighting. Yeah. Shakur Stevenson has 9. Mick Conlon got 10. Haney got over 25. Now, I'll give it to Lomachenko. He has some cool names, but as he should, he's older than these guys. He has 400 plus amateur bouts between his amateur career and then the tournament he was in. Shout out to my dude. He said, how the fuck you number one and you lost a fight that you haven't avenged? That's what I'm saying, bro. They just want to say it because I guess it's therapeutic and they want to anoint who they want to anoint. Bro, listen, the bottom line, I'm just being honest, you know, he hasn't fought, to my liking, he hasn't fought nobody with Mikey Garcia type momentum. Like, let's say him and Mikey, let's say the March 16th wasn't Errol Spence and that was Lomachenko. Lomachenko, as a pro, has never faced somebody with as much momentum as Mikey Garcia and stylistic attributes to beat him. In his 13 fights, he has not fought anybody like that. You know, guys with momentum that were active, they were coming off, you know, a crazy win streak, undefeated, with stylistic attributes to beat him. You get what I'm saying? Who, like, name one person you thought, you know, actually, I will say this. I thought Gary Russell was going to beat him. I did pick Gary Russell to beat him. But we didn't know everything about Gary Russell at the point. You know what I'm saying? He hadn't really fought no one. So it was just based on the eye test, right? But, I mean, I haven't really seen anyone that was remotely favored. Jose Pedraza, Miguel Mariaga. Like, I mean, were any of these guys favored? Jason Sosa, who had like 4 to 6 amateur fights against a guy with 400, you know? Like, these aren't like shocking. These are clever matchmaking. Best bet to beat Loma is Tank style wise. Mikey Garcia is a chance too, but Tank is we're gonna talk about him. Y'all sheep be listening to them whack ass commentators. Facts only. We talking about the facts only. See, that's what I'm saying. Like these, and that's the thing that sucks about boxing is sometimes you get corporate America, and corporate America is trying to sell you something. They're trying to pitch you a product. So what they'll try to do is tell you who's nice and who ain't nice, and then there's people who might be nicer than the person that they're advocating for. But, you know, maybe that company does good business with them so that, you know, they want to build up that company's fighter or whatever. I'm here to call it straight. That's what I love about YouTube. They got me in the title, YouTube. This ain't me tube. This ain't us tube. This is YouTube. You, where you have a voice, motherfucker. This ain't like group tube or, you know, red tube. I know y'all be on that. Y'all nasty as fuck. This is YouTube. This ain't top ranked tube, PBC tube, you know, Eddie Hearns tube. I could talk about the benefits of anybody's stable. I could talk constructive criticism about anybody's stable. Not like, oh, hi, I'm Jim Lampley, HBO's Fight Game, and I'm going to talk shit about, you know, all PBC fighters like they ain't shit. Because I have an agenda. Yeah, man, like, y'all, a lot of y'all fall for this gimmick shit, you know? Y'all fall for gimmicks and stuff. I got a video. I ain't starving for views. Smash the like button though. I got a video, just a little quick clip. I seen Tank, you know, dapped him up. That's my guy. Shout out to Be More where they see more. And he said Lomachenko's not what y'all making him out to be. I didn't even upload the video. You know? He's like, he's cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all making it like, what they do is, you know what the funny thing is? They make certain guys out to be like almost immortal, you know? Almost immortal. Like where they can't be beaten. Like Triple G, they be like, Triple G's the boogeyman. And then there'll be real life boogeymen. Hey, Mr. J, nasty as fuck. But anyway, there'll be real life boogeymen in boxing that aren't getting the credit for really being the boogeyman, and the so-called boogeymen aren't doing, you know, they're not doing what the other people are doing that aren't being called that. Regin knock block him. Do we have any shooters in the building? Shooters. We need a shooter roll call. I'll get this first one free of charge. But yeah, people getting called monsters and you know, the Loch Ness monster and all this shit. And then they're not even doing the stuff that the real boogeymen are doing. Like Errol Spence, like Triple G, they say he's the boogeyman. Errol Spence is the boogeyman. Errol Spence is a boogeyman because he in his division, nobody was really looking for work. It took for Mikey Garcia to randomly call him out. But the people in the division aren't, you know, chomping at the bit. Ain't nobody trying to see Errol except for Crawford, you know. But they got clear sides of the streets and all that shit. You guys can act like these things don't exist, but the reality is they do exist. The reality is you have, you know, different companies that are pushing for what, you know, their game plan, moving people how they want to move them. Air Show Sports says 2018 will forever be the year Joshua Duck Wilder. Sad too. Hey, bro, I don't know what it is about these Anthony Joshua like man fans, but it's getting crazy in the field where they can't even respond to the allegations or, you know, the stuff that we're bringing up over with new media regarding what happened in that fight, right? And why it didn't happen with Wilder. And it's making you guys look downright like almost creepy in a way. You know, I'm seeing people say stuff like, oh, you're just jealous. Another AJ hate video and you're jealous of AJ. Listen, if you walk this planet as a male, you know, a guy with a penis and two nuts, and you think everything that is done or said about somebody has something to do with another person being jealous or envious, you're a beta male, you know, especially when that person is giving you examples and reasons and citing their sources. And in your mind, the only thing you can come up with is that everyone is just so jealous of AJ. What is that? Like, what? I don't get it. He's in shape. What we supposed to be jealous? Tukey Williams was in shape. You know, shout out to rest in peace to Tukey. What the fuck does that mean? Because he's in shape? Like, that's why you think people... What are everyone jealous of? Because he got money? So he's the only person that got money? People currently aren't saying the same things about other people. You know? Joshua ain't the only one that got money. Hey, Block Ivan. Hold on. We need to do it. We don't have any shooters. I'm gonna pick Mr. J, cause I know I fuck with him. Use the power wisely. So we got another shooter. I told you we're gonna just do this. All right, Kennedy Linder's in here. All right, so we should be good. Mr. J, everybody give it up for Mr. J. We got a new shooter. What up, Dark Truth, Maya? Dark Truth, I'm gonna add you in too. Please listen. For the shooters, we got 2 new shooters. This is to all the shooters, not just the new ones. Please, please, please use the power responsibly. Because there's a guy in the stream, my dude Saint, and he kept hitting me up on Twitter because he got banned for, I have no idea why. I don't know who did it, but he got blocked. And he was trying to comment on the streams, and he had been X'd out for some reason. And I had seen his comments previously, so when he told me, I remember the name, and I don't ever remember him saying anything crazy or out of pocket. So I don't know why he got blocked. But this is not that's just an isolated example. There's a lot of people who are saying that they're getting blocked that didn't do anything. 2, shooters should not be deleting anybody's singular comments. If somebody says something stupid, don't waste your time. Don't delete the comment. If they need to be removed totally, then do that. And then their comments will disappear either way. But I don't want to see shooters removing comments, because someone says something like, it just, I don't know. We just got to, like, I like Eminem, so I'll be like, oh yeah, Eminem's dope. And then somebody will say, oh, Eminem sucks. And then I'll see that his comment get deleted. You don't have to delete stuff like that. I mean, they could think Eminem sucks or whatever. That's cool. I'm not tripping off stuff like that. It's just the people who are causing a disturbance to the whole chat by and large. People could still have an opinion, so we good with that. Shout out to the shooters on. Nah, Mr. J, it's good. Just do what you could do. Kennedy Linder's in here. We got some people. But, yeah, man, these people keep talking about AJ and everybody's afraid. I mean, jealous of him. What do you think everyone's jealous of? Like, I don't get it. Shit, I know. I mean, I'm not jealous. My life is going well. Just fighting this. Shout out to this beard oil, though. Y'all want to smell like a real man? Y'all want to smell like a real man? Okay. I know you dirty dick dudes. Some of y'all growing beards and shit. You don't even wash your beard. And beard smell like ravioli and shit. You still gotta have maintenance. That's the thing, man. Alpha ego shit. Dudes can have hygiene. Dudes should have hygiene. And I know it's I know it seems like, oh, why? Of course, but it's not as like common sense as you think. Cause somebody was at the Charlo press conference and their breath was humming. I was getting woozy, waiting to ask a question because one of the media people, their breath was tart. I was like, oh shit. I feel a little woozy now. Fuck. Like I didn't even want to ask a question because I was trying to hold my breath. We were just waiting, man. Lions only. I was waiting that motherfucker in the press had breath only. Fucking gingivitis only. That shit was, I was like, oh shit. I know Charlo must have smelled it because it was somebody, he's facing the media. Somebody's shit was, man, it was foul, bro. Somebody, fucking Listerine only, motherfucker. Breath was horrible. I know New York, a lot of New York dudes want to be hard, but you ain't got to be that fucking hard. Like, yo, shit, I keep it real, son. Like, that breath, oh my. You got that dead ass breath. Like, dead ass, yow, dead ass. Oh, fuck. Like, you been chewing on Tim's? Motherfuckers got me dizzy and shit. I swear to God, on everything, somebody's breath was like, they had that man down breath. They gonna take a man down with that fucking breath. Man, I didn't even want to ask no questions. I want an oxygen mask, something. Like I swear, I don't know who it was. Somebody in the media. See, that's why we don't believe y'all in the old media. We don't believe y'all, yo. Fucking breath smelling like doo-doo chips and shit. That's why we don't. Only shit coming out your mouth, literally. That's why we don't fuck with old media. Breath smelling like chitlins and fucking old razors and shit. Like what the fuck, bro? Like, why would you go to a media day, like, you know, or whatever, a press conference? Oyster skins, ugh, y'all nasty. Yeah, flea market ass breath. Fucking haggled and barter breath. No, I was literally, this nigga said some old razors. That's what it smelled like. Gillette, the best a man can get. Old Gillettes and shit. You got that Gillette ass breath. Like, what the fuck? That Mach 3 breath. What the fuck? Nah, for real, I was about to leave. Go back to my room. I'm an adult. I don't got time for this. No, for real. I swear. Like, I wish they had like smell-o-vision, so I could just film, and then it was like a button y'all could press, so y'all can smell what the situation was smelling like. No, it wasn't no ganja. I smell weed. They don't smell like that. That was Reggie. It might have been Reggie. He had Reggie breath. That wasn't no regular weed though. And see, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, some alpha male shit. Like, y'all have to care about your hygiene. Y'all be trying to cover shit up like Eddie Hearns. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all be trying to cover it up. Like, y'all won't shower, and then you think you could put some Axe body spray on. But that makes it worse because you're mixing the BO in the funk. You know, you got George P. Clinton funk, you know, Bootsy Collins levels of funk, and you're going to put cologne on top of it. You know what I'm saying? That can't work. That can't work. You smell like shit, and then you going to spray some. That's not how that works. Now you smell like shit and Michael Jordan cologne. And Cool Water. You smell like Cool Water and water moccasin. You smell like shit, dog. Fucking hamster cage. Anyway, sorry for this little rant, but that's actual facts. It's an acquired smell. What, BO? That ain't no fucking acquired. Yeah, you acquired it by not showering. Yeah, it's an acquired smell, right? You acquired it, accumulated it, not showering for 18 days straight. Yeah, you acquired it. This is not, bro, people in prison shower. So why would you be on the outside with freedom not showering? Talking about it's an acquired. This motherfucker said it's an acquired smell. Hell nah, bro. You acquired that from not bathing. I don't rate based on a college degree. Them be some of the incomprehensible humans with uninterrupted intelligence. I don't know what you talking about. Perry Ellis in the Iguana Tank. They needed that truth ego. I gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. But anyway, yeah, these dudes, man, these man fans is crazy. They talking about you're jealous of Anthony Joshua. I know it. I caught you. What? What do you think every man is jealous of Joshua for? Why don't people have the same criticism for The Rock? You know, or anybody else? The people are talking about Joshua specifically and the moves he's making. You know? And these dudes are so emotional. You got to ask yourself, I've done nothing but positively promote Joshua, right? I didn't even criticize because there was nothing really to criticize. He was just working his way up, becoming a champion, did some title defenses. So why would anybody just start out of the blue hating on Joshua and all that? Where would that even come from? Why didn't I hate on him when he was coming up? You know, why would I just wait? Because the reality is nobody's hating on him. And y'all know it. These dudes can't even say nothing no more. They don't even know. They flabbergasted. They don't even know what to say. They don't have no logical explanation for half the shit we bringing up. You know? So as a result, they just say, oh, you're hating. Oh, you're being mean to Joshua. You know, another Joshua video. Yep. And we're going to keep doing them. And doing more. And keep doing more. And they always act like they don't like it, yet they stay. Yet they stay. Yet they keep watching. Why would you keep watching? Another Joshua video? Yep. As long as you keep watching and commenting. And, you know, there's a lot of people running around with on some stupid shit talking about people treat this game like freeze tag or some shit. You know, it's like it's like the person who froze you once you have a new game started, they're trying to get you back. You know, the person that tagged you, you want to tag them first. You know, gotcha, just so you can have some retaliation. That's what they act like. So these AJ Man fans been getting their ass kicked all year with the arguments and the debates with real boxing fans. And now all of a sudden, because Joshua is doing the damage control, is that a world tour or your girls tour? Now all of a sudden, they're trying to act like the tables are turned and yeah, Wilder signed a contract. Why won't you fight him in April? Forget Tyson Fury. That sounds stupid as fuck, bro. I've already explained it. Why would he forget Tyson Fury? Give me one good reason. Give me one good reason why he would forget the guy he just had a draw with, that did good business with, that he respects. They just said we are the top two. They both agreed we are the top two heavyweights in our mind. Joshua is claiming he's the top heavyweight, and he's claiming it based on belts. But if you do the lineage, right? If you do the chronological order, all of his belts were acquired through the decision making of Tyson Fury. You know, and then the IBF got stripped. So, but all those belts passed through Tyson Fury. All of them. So at the end of the day, Wilder is beating the guy that beat the guy and beat the guy first. That's why he would stay to his course and pursue a Tyson Fury. The world knows that. The world knows how Joshua got his belts. Joshua is like, he's like happy to have secondhand jewelry. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm from the Bay or whatever. It's like MC Hammer having a house, you know, having a mansion or whatever. And then he gets it built from scratch. And it's fat crib, blah, blah, blah. And then he can no longer afford the payments. And then let's say years later I'm popping and then I can afford it. And then I'm bragging. I'm bragging because I got Hammer's old house, you know? Or like an ex I used to have, and a dude bragging because he got her after me. Like, that's old news. You know, like a video game. That's my Xbox. Get it? That's my Xbox. Oh, bars. Let me stop. You know, this is what's happening. Cinnamon Savage was popping. Joshua, he got He got hand-me-down clothes for back to school week. You know what I'm saying? You got belts through Tyson Fury's negligence and what he did in his career and what he was going through. It is what it is. And on top of that, the thing that makes it fun, I'm not saying Joshua, see, let me make this clear. I'm not saying Joshua doesn't work or he doesn't work out, doesn't train, or I'm not saying he's garbage or anything like that, because I think he is a good fighter. But at the same time, we know how you got your belts. It's that simple. We know how you got your belt. I'm not saying anyone would have been able to beat Joseph Parker and Charles Martin, but we knew your whole course, and you had advantages over all those guys. Joshua, it's like laughable, some of the things he says. He did an interview and he was like, oh, I've been given the short hand of the stick, and I had to battle through it. But I was given the short end of the stick. When has Joshua been dealt, where he was like a massive B-side, or he was like on the low side of things? When has he ever got the short end of the stick? They were building him from the beginning and say, oh, this kid has knockouts. And even when Charles Martin was the champion, I don't know how much Joshua got, but he probably got more money than Charles Martin, to be honest. It was his crowd. But he had the home field advantage. The champion traveled to the UK where the fight made more money, and he had a home. So when did Joshua, Klitschko, when he fought him, he was coming off of a loss, and he had no belts because Tyson Fury beat that ass. So when was Joshua the B-side? When did he get the short end of the stick? Hey, block Ray Jones. Don't tell me what to do. Motherfucker talking about change that Breakfast Club song. No, we gonna change you. What you talking about? And that ain't no Breakfast Club song. He gonna put it 3 times. Shooters, clap Ray Jones 3 times. Shooters, handle Ray Jones. Yeah. You looking like Ray. You about to be blind to this chat, not seeing what the fuck's going on. I'm making do what it do, baby. Yeah, talk. Hey, do we have any shooters in the building? Oh my God. I just appointed some new shooters. Somebody. I'm not mad. Bro, you couldn't get me mad. I've been doing this for years. You're getting clapped. You're getting clapped. Why would I be mad? These dudes swear up and down that they have some control over YouTubers' emotions. Why are you getting mad, bro? Hey, Dark Truth, get him. His name is Ray Jones with an orange picture. Clap that man. Thank you. Dark Jones got his first kill. That's what I like to see. Dynamic Pyro, what up? Yeah, get rid of these dudes. Yeah, this is a breakfast. That ain't breakfast. That is supplied by YouTube. That's a YouTube sound effect. Put it this way. If it was the Breakfast Club shit and I was using it before Breakfast Club, if it was that's a free beat from YouTube. If it was the Breakfast Club shit, why would I get sued for it? Why is there no cease and desist? If it's their original shit, why don't I have it on every video? Why is there no copyright strikes on my account? Huh? These dudes be saying stupid shit. That's because it was a free beat from YouTube. That's why. They don't have shit to do with the Breakfast Club. But anyway, we eating y'all for breakfast. Y'all better break fast like flapjacks and bacon. You feel me? Anyway, AJ, he's just looking crazy at these streets. Oh, y'all want to know what I heard about AJ too? Oh man, this is. Y'all want me to tell y'all a secret? Y'all want to know a secret? If y'all want me to tell you a secret about Anthony Joshua that I came up on, see, I got connects in this game. I want someone to challenge. I want someone to come out. Ask Eddie Hearn if y'all don't believe me. If this ain't true, okay, Ask him, or ask Joshua. I got a secret. See, I know secret. I know all the industry secrets. I know shit. I be knowing shit. Which, once again, I don't even when I don't know, I know. I'm gonna say it again. Even when I don't know, I know. What I mean is, like, before I even knew this, I could sense. So, I know a secret about AJ. I mean, it's not like super juicy, but he used to run his own social media, but he has now switched to a PR, like some kind of PR firm or PR person, and appointed it for his image, you know, to help like bolster his image. That goes to show you that's how you know new media, the work we putting in. Cause Wilder, he like I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure Wilder be on his own social media at times. Cause you can hear he putting the same frustrated and shit. You can hear how he's talking and shit. He's replying to people. And he's like kind of a people's champ that people like. So Joshua had to really get someone for his image, like a PR person. And I told you guys, this is before I knew that, but I told you this because Joshua used to, if you look at his old Instagram, Joshua used to follow me on Instagram back in the day, when he didn't even have that many followers. Because like I said, I've always like followed his career, showed him love and, on his way up and stuff. But his posts were different. They were so different. And remember, I kept telling you, I was like, man, Joshua, all his posts now they'd be like ads for like muscle milk and shit. And like nipple cream and like weird stuff. It's just like sports betting online and, fanny pack commercials and stuff. It's like, it's nothing to do. It doesn't look like a person. You get what I'm saying? It don't look like the same. His page wasn't like that. Before, it was like he would post. Somebody said nipple cream. I don't know. I'm just saying, you know what the fuck I'm fucking baby oil or whatever the fuck it was. Like, it don't look like he posting the same types of shit you used to put. Like, it don't look interpersonal. It don't look like, it was just, like I said, it's like fucking Gatorades and protein powders and shit. Hey, Brian, you wildin', dog. And that's why that goes to show you he probably don't even look at his social media that much anymore because he knows people keep saying fight Wilder. Where you gonna fight Wilder? Fight Wilder, motherfucker. Motherfuckers talking about you're jealous. What am I jealous for? I'm not online, and there's a couple weirdos that don't fuck with me, don't like me or whatever, but my image is intact. I'm still the rat. I still show up at the fights, talk to people. I'm the same person. I don't have to, like, when Joshua came to New York for a matchroom press conference for, he was going to be on Dazn. He literally kind of got chased out. He got chased out, like, not trying to do interviews. That's why he didn't go to, in my opinion, that's one of the reasons he didn't go to Wilder Fury. Because he knows what's waiting for him. He knows what's waiting for him. See, and this is the thing. Like, much love to the UK, but there's a lot of people in the UK that aren't going to keep it thorough, because, patriotism and, they don't want to, they got to see him every day and deal with him every day and deal with Eddie Hearns every day. So they don't want to be out of someone's good graces or whatever, like, I'm not trying to mess up my credentials or have him mad at me or whatever, so they're not going to ask him the tough questions, or sometimes they don't see it because the 50 million to them is not real. They in delusional land or whatever. that all this stuff is Wilder's fault and Tyson Fury's fault and all that. So for whatever reason it is, there's a lot of people in the UK that aren't going to keep it a buck, especially media people, fans and media, right? So when Joshua, he's comfortable because he's at home. He's comfortable going to Chisora versus Dillian White too. He's comfortable because that, you know, a lot of people aren't going to challenge him. But he knows he has no jurisdiction in America, and he can't stop what's coming. He can't stop the tough questions, you know? He's a big dude. I mean, was he going to knock out all the media people for asking him a question? You get what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have, your power is you know, that's like a cop being in like a US cop being in a Mexican cartel drug lab, and then the bad guys come out. You think your US badge is gonna, you know, protect? Hey, listen to me. You're out of your jurisdiction. You get what I'm saying? You think they're gonna listen to you? And Joshua is well aware of that, I believe. So that's why he didn't want to. Chris Price, $5. Shish, money, gang. Eddie Hearns, you gonna be at Tank versus Modest? Yeah, I plan on it. That's a good fight. But I'm pretty sure Anthony Joshua is smart enough to know that American media, this is not your jurisdiction. You don't reign supreme over all medias. So you're going to get the tougher questions out here. Because people are trying to get to the bottom of what you've been saying. You know? And the funny thing is, do you notice this is how I know new media is winning? Because American media and stuff, like the people who are actually asking the tough questions and stuff like that, they're not even saying nothing disrespectful. They're asking real life questions, and it's leading to this. You know, the shit I'm posing, this is just real shit. This is just real shit. You know? You hating Maine. This dude haven't fought yet. Why you talking about him? You got good fights coming up. Listen, motherfucker can't even spell fought. You spell fought with an A. So you'll never be on my level of even getting a proper response. Next question. Like, learn how to spell, and then I might dignify you with a real response. So, yeah, it looked like Terrence Howard. Man, why you keep hating on AJ, man? Motherfucker said fought with an AUGHT. Y'all, listen. If y'all want to roast me, y'all at least got to graduate or like know basic spelling. They're like, which you talking about, Ego? He ain't fought nobody. These dudes. Did y'all graduate? Like, honestly. Because I don't know. It's been a minute since I've been in school. So, like, do they even teach anymore in school? Or do they just let y'all listen to music? I don't know. I don't know how it's like anymore. Do you just bring your iPad and, like, you get to listen to Travis Scott new album and shit? Do they teach y'all anything? Did y'all graduate? He ain't fought nobody. And these dudes always be complaining. There's plenty of stuff to talk about. Why are you talking about this? But you commenting. Then that means I'm winning. That's why I'm talking about it. Because your ass is here, leaving comments. Whether you trying to prevent me from talking about it or not, you still up in here. That's why I'm talking about it. So until I see there's no comments, then we gonna keep talking about it. Like, listen, this is not one of them pussy ass channels where you could just, you know, force me to switch what I feel or what I want to talk about. Sorry. He said I dropped out as a sophomore. Damn. Shit. Y'all better teach yourself. Go to YouTube. Hooked on Phonics or something. You hear MD every time some three say something. This motherfucker talking in pager code. Get him the fuck out of here. I don't know. He putting all kinds of numbers. Get him. Jimmy Jones got to go. Get Jimmy Jones out of here. Motherfucker talking in Morse code and shit. I don't know what the fuck he talking about. You see me, CB4, see me 3 some. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Yeah. Kendi Linder got him, boy. He caught him, boy. Listen, all that dumb shit, all that shoot 'em up shit, y'all be talking. Just because I'm sick, that don't mean I don't have my wits about me. That dude, the feds, that's what I'm saying. Man, we ain't fucking with the ops. We don't fuck with them ops. But who the hell has AJ fought? Shit, Tyson Fury leftovers. The same guy they're telling Wilder not to fight in a rematch. But then on the same token saying Fury beat him. You see how stupid that sounds? I think Fury beat him, but Wilder shouldn't rematch him. Explain that. I need one of you maniacs to explain that. How do you have Fury winning the fight, but you don't think Wilder should fight him again? Explain the logic in that. Block Ruben. Explain the logic in that. We just gonna have a clap off. Clap on. Clap off. Yeah, Ruben Cabrera. Yeah. We talking that boxing talk. Yeah, we putting cases on all you haters. I can explain it. Man, fans are retarded. Real talk. That's what I'm saying. Like, you think Fury won, but you think Wilder shouldn't clarify it by having a rematch. That's pretty stupid. You know? Ask the question again, Ego. It's simple. A lot of these guys said Fury beat Wilder, but are now saying Wilder should not rematch Fury. So, in what world does that make sense? That the guy that you feel really won, even though it scored a draw, you know, but you feel Fury beat Wilder, but Wilder shouldn't clarify that in a rematch. That's pretty stupid. Nah, I'm not a Raider fan. I mean, I'm a Niners fan, so, you know, that's my team. But I'm not like OD where I'm like, I hate Raider fan. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes they be talking, you know, they be getting like Battle of Bay shit, but it is what it is. You get used to it. But I'm a 49er fan. Wilder should fight Fury in a rematch, period. Because there's too many conflict of what happened. Yo, make sure y'all smash the like button. The king is back. I'm back in my throne, back in my zone. And I ain't talking about the zone, but I'm back in my zone. You know what I mean? Fury versus Wilder 2 needs to happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, these dudes, they can't even justify their own logic. That's what I'm saying. They can't justify. I think Fury won. Judges scored it a draw, but Wilder shouldn't rematch him as a champion. In what listen, this, I'm telling you, this is what they do, and they oftentimes do it to black fighters. It is a fucking catch-22. No matter which way, what you decide, they're going to have something waiting for you. Some bullshit, some excuse, why it happened, this, that, you know, no matter what. That's how it is. Look, if Wilder, if he don't fight Fury, right, then they'll say, oh, he fought Joshua because that style works better for him. You know, Fury already beat him. But then if he don't fight Joshua next and then pursue the Fury rematch, then they'll say he's ducking Joshua. He can't win. This is how they try to have you set up. You can't win. No matter what you decide, it's the wrong choice. That's how they try to peg you. Same thing with Charlo. Charlo takes a tougher fight on 10, 12 days notice, and Matt Korobov has a tough fight, that he didn't prepare or practice for. Then they criticize him. Oh, both of the Charlos lost. See, ha ha ha, right? But when he was fighting Willie Monroe, he was mad at that. If he would have did what Golovkin did and fought Avanis Martirosyan, who his brother beat, and moved him up from 54, then they would have been angry. They would have been angry. Like, look at Charlo cherry picking, even though Willie Monroe failed a drug test. See, listen, those situations are parallel. Remember where you heard this first. This is why these boys can't fuck with me. Too logical. The arguments are too sound. Young Johnny Cochran. I'm young Johnny Cochran on you cockroaches. Let's get it. Gang. So, Triple G and Jermall Charlo were in very similar situations. They had fights scheduled, and, pretty last minute, their opponents failed drug tests. Triple G was supposed to fight Canelo in May, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Canelo failed with the clenbuterol shit, right? Canelo had a withdrawal. Triple G said, I still want to fight in May. Same thing with Charlo. Big Fox card, blah, blah, blah. And then Willie Monroe had T-boost or whatever, testosterone booster, elevated levels of testosterone or whatever. So they both needed replacement opponents, right? Now, Triple G chasing this Canelo bag and not wanting anything to happen to that, he took a mighty safe option, fighting a guy from the 154-pound division that Jermall Charlo's brother, Jermell, has beaten, right? Moved him up from 54 to 160. Keep in mind, Triple G was a champion with all the fucking belts except for Billy Joe Saunders at the time's belt. And Triple G chose to fight Avanis Martirosyan coming off a 2-year loss, switching promoters from Al Heyman, his advisor, to Don King. Inactivity. Moved him up from 54 to 60. And he was coming off a loss to Erislandy Lara. On top of all of that, IBF said, okay, we get it. Canelo fight didn't happen. You got to fight your mandatory if you still want to fight on that date. Fight Sergey Derevyanchenko, who a guy I think beat Golovkin later fought and became a champion. Triple G was like, hey, no, yeah. I want a voluntary fight. So they said, all right, we'll give you this voluntary fight. You can fight Vanis or whoever the fuck you're trying to fight. But you got 90 days after that May 5th fight or whatever to come to terms with Derevyanchenko or get stripped. He knocked out Avanis Martirosyan like we all knew. 2 rounds. Had no intentions of fighting Derevyanchenko, so he let the IBF strip him. All this just to fight Canelo, right? Look at how Charlo played it. He took a tougher fight on even lesser notice. The Triple G situation, Canelo, he failed his drug test, and it was revealed by March. The fight wasn't until May. Because I remember Canelo failed the drug test in the 17th and 20th of February. So a little bit after that, let's say March, first week of March or so, it was revealed that he had the failed drug test. So, Triple G had more time to get an opponent. Charlo had this new deal with Fox in less time. He had 10, 12 days or whatever. Literally, this news came out like a week before the actual fight on a new network. Charlo took a tougher fight. Golovkin took a winnable fight that he knew he should win. Stylistically, he had every advantage. Period. But people want to criticize Charlo. But Triple G, if Charlo did what Triple G did, then they would have complained, and he probably would have looked spectacular. If he would have moved somebody up from 54 off of a 2-year layoff, he probably would have knocked them out. Don't we all agree? Put Charlo in that Triple G space. Put him in there with someone at 160 who hasn't fought in 2 years, who's coming off of a loss, and move him up from 54 to 160. And tell me Charlo wouldn't look good in that fight. Who's Free World? Hey, shooters, get on the comment section. If people are being racist and all that, get them out of here. That's facts. Everything I said was factual. Louis Armstrong, why are you always on the black people's side? Hey, should I put him in a hot seat or should we block him? What y'all want? I'll let the fans decide his fate. Should I argue that against that? Or should we just block him? He says, why are you always on the black people's side? Hot seat. Y'all want me to battle that? Okay. So how am I always on the black people's side? I just want to hear you explain this. Let me know. He said, more murder, more murder. He said, block him just to. Y'all should have voted, y'all. Now it's already too late. I'm in the hot seat with this motherfucker. But you got to make it quick. You got 15 seconds. Let's get it. Where's Luis at? Look at the names, the faces, and the profile pics of the people doing the most hating. Okay. Yeah. Come on, where you at, Luis? Where are you at? Hey, you got 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds, homie. 8 seconds. Luis, please say something. 6 seconds, Luis. Hey, what's his last name? Luis what? 5 seconds. Let me know. Let me know. 4 seconds. Come on, Luis. Tell him something, JoJo. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Hey, get rid of Louis Armstrong. And another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Told y'all, they just say shit and then dip out. Y'all wanted me to battle this fool. Charlo versus Canelo, who wins? Shit, I gotta see Canelo pick Charlo, and then we could talk about that. I tell you, all they do is drive-bys. They say it, but they don't want to be about it. They don't want to get out the car and shoot, you know? They just want to say it, and they get clapped. See, I really feel like they're not expecting a response. You know, they don't respect nobody to say nothing back. They think they can just, you know, be in the midst of all these other comments. Is Canelo scared? This dude trying to ask me loaded questions to see how I respond. Is Canelo scared? Like I said, Canelo should fight one of the champions in the unification at 160. I don't really see him fighting at 168. And guess what? All the champions at 160 are black. They're black guys. So yeah, let's see Canelo fight one of the blacks. The Black Channel. Period. They're all unifications. So those are all good fights for him. Andrade, Danny Jacobs, and Charlo is his mandatory with a version of the WBC belt. The interim or whatever, silver, whatever they're calling it these days. Listen, I'm good with that. If you think Canelo beats Danny Jacobs, if you think he beats Charlo, that's fine. Those are all good. You know, these are good fights. I don't even know who I would pick in some, you know, because like after watching the Korobov fight, you have to analyze the possibilities of, you know, what could be what. Like, could Canelo outsmart him? And, you know, because Canelo, he's a good fighter. My thing is this, it's not even about that. We got to see it. We got to see it. Then there's nothing to speculate. There's nothing to talk about. We get to see it. Put it this way. This is how you know who's real boxing fans. Let's say you're a diehard Method Man fan. We'll use hip hop. Say you're a diehard Method Man fan, and you also love Redman. Then you would want nothing more than them to collaborate on a track, let alone give you an album like Blackout. Because you're a diehard Method Man fan, and you're a diehard Redman fan. But only in boxing do you get this stupid bullshit, you know, in the racism and the tribalism and the favoritism that in their brains, because people project, in their brains, because you want to see a good fight, it can't be for the love of the sport or the greater good for the division and to see boxing thrive. It's because they think you think like them. Like, I want to see this black guy because he's going to fight, you know, a Mexican guy, or I want to see a Puerto Rican because he's about to fight this guy or this. That's what because that's how a lot of these man fans feel. You get what I'm saying? But it has nothing to do with that. Like I said, if you could scrap, you could scrap. That's what it is. There's nothing wrong with loving Method Man, loving Redman, and wanting to see them collaborate. Unfortunately, in the fight game, the way people collaborate is not musically by doing a song together. It's by knuckling up and facing that other person. That's how you would collaborate. You know, match your skill versus their skill. And it's that simple. And but the way they think about it, these man fans, is, oh, he's pushing for the Charlo fight. He hates Canelo. What the fuck? How many videos do I have to do where I tell you I appreciate Canelo? He's doing well for himself. You know, I don't have to stand up here and lie. I don't have to stand up here and falsify the truth. I fuck with Canelo, whether you believe that or not. I like Canelo. I think he could scrap, you know, but he's not above criticism. He's not above analyzing his career and career decisions, nor is anybody else. So if that's what you want, one-sided commentary, then get the fuck off the page, because it's not going to happen here. It's not going to. You're not going to bully me into feeling how you want to feel. I was a Lazy Boy fan until I heard that Migos he dissed him. I know they was going back. It's trash. Excuse me. I didn't even know he dissed. You obviously don't know the business of boxing. Yeah, I don't know the business of boxing, but I have a business where I make full-time income in boxing. You fucking moron, you. Carlos Garcia. Look at the names, the faces, and the profile pics of the people doing the most hating. This dude saying, I don't know the business of boxing, but my entire income in business that I generate money and travel is through boxing. Okay. You in the hot seat. Yeah, Carlos Garcia. So how don't I know the business of boxing? We got another hot seat. Watch me get this work. Dude, these dude, I don't know the business of boxing, but I'm in boxing and I have a whole business in boxing. Okay. So you enlighten me. You tell me about the business of boxing. Where do you work at? How many fights you covered this week? This year, I mean. Where Carlos at, man? Where is Carlos at? All right, he copped a plea. Anyway, next, moving on. Yeah, I didn't know Lazy Boy dissed him. Is it weak? I ain't seen it. Or heard it. I don't know if he has a video to it or what. I don't know about this other dude, but, we could talk about it. It don't matter. I'm ready. And I'm sick, too, so it ain't going to be no mercy. I'm going to take this sickness out on the hot seat and make sure I'm even sharper. So come with it. If what I'm saying don't make sense to anybody, let's talk about it. In the hot seat, where you get to be judged by your peers. And we can get you up out of here if you don't know what you're talking about. How is the Lazy Boy diss, though? Is it trash or what? But anyway, yeah, like I said, only in boxing does this shit happen where... All right, cool, Carlos. Carlos Garcia, he said he wasn't talking to me. He said you're a cool dude. I actually respect your opinion. Appreciate you. The bottom line is nobody's above it. Nobody's above the law like Steven Seagal. Nobody, if somebody in boxing is, doing this X, Y, and Z, and it needs to be discussed, then that's what it is, But people, they think it's almost like projection. Like the person in the relationship cheating is constantly accusing the other person of cheating or constantly being jealous. Do you get what I'm saying? Like if you're in a relationship, your girl's really not cheating on you, but you're cheating on her, it almost gives you a complex where you're like constantly, jealous of what she's wearing or constantly accusing her of cheating or, going to lunch with her coworkers and being inappropriate, but you the one actually cheating. That's how it is in boxing. A lot of the people who say different things, they're really projecting who they are and what they're about. Oh, Ego, you're racist. And then you see them on YouTube actually being racist. Like, I've literally seen that. Like, I went to block dudes and then they're liking Nazi videos or, their default picture is a swastika, stuff like that. But they're talking, like, trying to pitch this idea that I'm racist. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of projection. People project, oh, you're biased, Ego. And then you listen to what the fuck they're talking about, and it's truly biased. They are truly slanted for a particular person just because their love or desire to want to be with them or whatever it is for some of y'all. Some of y'all act like deeper than boxing. Like y'all want to be with these fighters. Like you want them to like spoon you or some shit. Like y'all, some of y'all is not, I don't know what's going on, but it seems a bit like macabre, your fascination with some of these fighters. No, I'm being serious. I'm not, I don't know how to explain it, and we definitely, I don't care what your preferences are, because that don't have nothing to do with me, so to each his own. But some of these dudes are like closeted. They're literally in denial on who they are, because it's really weird that I'm talking about Joshua and Eddie Hearns as it relates to boxing, and they're talking about Joshua's dick, like randomly, and I'm like, they're like, oh yeah, you sucking at Josh, you sucking Josh dick. What? Where did that come from, bro? You know, like I'm literally in the midst of talking about, yeah, you want to shag it, you know, what? What is this? Oh, you sucking Wilder off. You show it like that. That's weird. Like, I know me, I can't speak for everybody, but I know me. I want to, when it's all said and done, I want to leave this earth knowing I didn't say or do certain things. Like, talk about, you know, sucking dudes and stuff. Like, that's not my thing. You get me? So I don't even understand. Like, I couldn't even fix my lips to say some of the stuff that these dudes be saying. Even if you're typing, even if you're trolling, it's just extremely weird. You know? Oh yeah, you're riding Wilder, huh? Like it's like you're almost telling a fantasy or some shit. Like, cause it's like too descriptive. Oh yeah, you were up late. You were in Alabama, now you're riding Wilder. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking? You booked a room at extended stay. Like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm talking about boxing. You talk about extended stay and all types of shit. Like, it's really bizarre. It's Rey Mysterio how some of you guys act. Very mysterious. Rey Mysterio. That's what I like to call it. Like, they be saying some weird old stuff that has like, oh yeah, the fucking Charlos. Oh, you like the lions only. You want to be lying only on the sheets. Like, what? Lying only on the sheets? Bars. These motherfuckers just be saying whatever comes to mind. Like, some of y'all gotta, like, I'm not no plumber, but they have like a, what is the thing called? Regulator. They have a regulator on the, like, faucets and stuff. That's because if they didn't, the water is capable of producing a temperature that would be scalding to the touch. So the standard faucet has a regulator so it doesn't get too, you know, above a certain. Some of y'all need that. Y'all need a regulator because your thoughts and what you type is completely no filter. And it shows us more about you internally. What you're like, these dudes are on some, like, y'all seen Silence of the Lambs? Buffalo Bill? Remember he was wearing high heels and shit and he tucked his junk in? He was like this. She puts the lotion on the skin. And he was tucked. Nip tucked. He tucked his shit. That's y'all. Yeah. Why did AJ turn down $50 million? She puts the lotion on the skin. Like, this is who you guys are. Like, y'all really be, like, nip tucked, walking around with a fucking see-through robe and shit. You Americans are deluded. She puts the lotion on the skin. Like, what the fuck? Y'all just at the house with candles lit, with an ego shrine talking about she puts the lotion on the skin. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. Oh yeah, ego. Yeah, ego. Look at your fucking beard. Take the fucking glasses off. Look at your fucking hair, bro. She puts the lotion on the skin. Like, y'all some fucking creepazoids, bro. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not the one, bro. You know, say that shit for PewDiePie or one of these motherfuckers. I'm not that dude. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm talking about Joshua, Wilder, 50 million. Y'all talking about dicks, phalluses, and butt fucking, you know, all this types of shit. Like, what the fuck? What? Like, do y'all do that in regular, like, conversations? Like, if your parents are just like, hey, what do you want for Christmas, Timmy? And you're like, oh, yeah, you want to fuck Santa. Yeah, you're riding Santa. Like, what? What are you talking about, bro? That's how these motherfuckers act. All this dicks and nuts and nutcracker. Leave me out of that. I'm not here for that. I didn't sign up for this. I don't know what kind of perks and Molly and shit y'all be on. But it's lotion on the skin. I don't know what. See, I don't do drugs, so I don't know. They got some new drugs out. They got that new shit out. They got a new drug out called Zest. And y'all taking it. Because y'all zesty, you motherfucker. Yeah, give me some of that zest. Oh, yeah, more zest. Y'all taking them zest pills. I'm zestfully clean. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna go on Ego's page. Fuck yeah. Fucking bastard. Fuck yeah, dude. Fucking hate you. Y'all be on that zest. Leave me the fuck alone with it. Oh yeah, you're jealous of AJ, dude. Fuck yeah. You fucking. Hold on. Yeah, man, we back. Ego said Rocky Fielding got an EBT card and a year subscription to Dazn for fighting Canelo. Facts. That's what he. Man, that's what he got. That motherfucker got. He got $1,000 and a gift card to Sephora for his girl. So he got a Sephora gift card. What you talking about? Especially with them numbers that they said the shit did. Oh yeah, he got that Sephora gift card for sure. Boxingego is a joke and lies. This is who y'all send for me. Said in a top ramen dinner. He got that Cosby Show season 2 and a fucking Coogee Cosby sweater. I would like to fight Canelo at the Garden. Duh. With the pudding and put the pudding pop in the. Hey, listen. This hurts me to say this, but check it. I didn't know if Bill did it until I seen Bill Cosby gifts. You guys know GIFs? They got these gifts, right? After looking at these gifts, he did it. I'm gonna tell you. If just type in Bill Cosby gifts, GIFs, the motherfucker did it. Because he has like the weirdest gifts. So he's been sending clues what the fuck he been up to I'm telling you, man. Y'all think it's a game. He been sending clues to the crimes that he was doing. You know how like the Riddler or some shit? He been sending clues to this shit. Cause he has the most out-of-pocket gifts out of any select. Like I've seen comedians like Eddie Murphy. wait. You know, Eddie Murphy gifts. Dave Chappelle. Nobody has worse gifts than what's his name? Hold on, let me see if I can pull a few up. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to warn y'all. See, I study things. So, y'all ain't shit. Somebody said Buffalo Bill Cosby. Listen. Y'all want me to show y'all? I study the game. Like, it'd be one thing if you had one. Like, just one that was weird. But all of these ones, look. Nah, I would like to talk to you about the pudding and the like, all of them are, like, super weird. It gets way worse. See, like, what, like, bro, what is he doing, though? Nah, bro, these ain't regular gifts. Like, what the fuck is that? He said, hot fellatio, hot jalapeno. Look, I'm telling you, all of them, like, all of them look like wild sus. Y'all think he was sending you clues, bro? Look. He's sending the clues through the gifts. Why is he eating that popsicle like that? Hey, there's no need for any man to eat no popsicle like that, bro. Watch, it gets worse. Hold on. That motherfucker was eating the pop. Nah, bro. Look. Oh shit. Y'all got me about to. God damn it. Look. He waving after he did his thing. Look. He gonna put the popsicle in his mouth and wave like that. Nah, he did it, bro. Why is he putting it in his mouth like that? Put your mouth on this pistol. Put your mouth on this pistol. Nah, bro, you did that shit. Whatever they say you did, bro. You did that shit. Fuck that. Because there's, like, I swear to you, you can follow me with a camera, Truman Show. You're not going to have that many weird gifts of me doing, you know, I like to have a good time too, but all this, what is that, Bill? Bill, what's popping, Bill? He's sending clues, man. Fuck that.
To force an app to close, swipe up.
Nah, bro. Why is he doing that? Like, how is that going to encourage motherfuckers to get pudding pops? That doesn't make me want to get a pudding pop. Motherfucker jagging it in his mouth like that? Nah, bro. The jello and the pudding. I got the pudding pop and put it in my mouth several times. Like, nah, he got too many. Nah, bro, he did this shit. Like, why you eating that? I don't even eat popsicles like that, bro. You doing something, man. You doing something, blood. I'm not eating my ice cream for a while. No, you can eat an ice cream, but you ain't gonna be jugging it in your mouth like that. Like you try to stab your tonsils. Like, that, I don't know. That's beyond me. But this is the type of shit y'all be doing. No, fucking ego, I hate him. He thinks that Joshua doesn't want the Wilder fight. He puts the lotion on the skin. Y'all be like Marilyn Manson wearing them titty outfits and shit. Remember when Marilyn Manson had them titties? That's the type of shit y'all like. Y'all remember when Marilyn Manson had them titties? He had that titty suit. We're all star in the dope show. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. Ah, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Y'all wearing leotards and shit at the crib. You got that onesie on. You got that onesie on, huh? You went to Fredericks in Hollywood, huh? You go to Ego Stream to talk about dicks, huh? You on a paper chase, you got your block on fire, remaining the G until the moment. You be on that Bill Cosby, huh? You put that pudding pop all in your mouth, huh? You on a paper chase, you got your block on fire, remaining G until the moment you respire with it is. It make nothing matter, nothing to handle your bit. Anyway, man. AJ, he don't want to fight for 50 mil, huh? Street say he don't want to fight Wilder, huh? Somebody said, hey, y'all be bugging with this. Listen, I'm just trying to tell. I'm keeping it as real as I can. Y'all be a bit extra. I'm trying to talk about boxing. Y'all be talking about some other things. Don't have me get Pacquiao. I believe you are worse than animal. The people they are worse than animals. You know, Pacquiao go bad on y'all. What's up with Broner getting arrested? Like, it's weird because Broner be like, yeah, this is the best camp of my life. I'm doing 3 a days. And then I'll be like, go to TMZ and it's like, Broner arrested, getting sued for $1 million. Like, damn. Well, that's not good in the Pacquiao camp. Pacquiao still got smoke. So I hope Broner is focused. I don't like seeing stuff like that. You know, some people are like, nah, Broner don't look out of shape. Listen, y'all gotta know boxing. Follow Broner. He got on his Instagram. I was gonna do a video, but I've been sick, so I didn't even feel like it. He's not out of shape. The video he did, the promo shit that people keep talking about, that's on like All Access. They shot that months ago. You know, you guys be like looking at Golovkin, you know, before he even starts camp in promo videos that were shot. And then a month before the fight, you think he's still in that same shape? No. I seen Broner, he posted some recent pictures and he already lost a lot of the weight that he had from that photo shoot. Exactly. It's the pre-fight build-up shit. Y'all be looking at fucking Broner and fighter baby pictures and shit. Yeah, I don't know. He look about 10 pounds, 6 ounces. He look out of shape. Like, that's a fucking baby picture on Throwback Thursday. Chill. Y'all looking at baby pictures and shit. I don't know. He got a couple rolls around his arm. Like, well, it's an old ass picture. What you talking about? How do you think Broner Pac fight will play out? I don't know. I really don't. I would favor Pacquiao just based on style. See, listen, my thing is this. Consistency at any level, like even in a relationship, is huge for me. Pacquiao's been more consistent. So I feel like Pacquiao is more of the restaurant you go to, and more often than not, the food is good, food comes out hot, you know, the attentive waitress or waiter or whatever, stuff like that. So to me, Pacquiao is like that. Broner is that restaurant where the food might be really good and you go another time and they fuck your order up. You know, the food might not come out hot. They double charge you or didn't put the cheesecake in the bag, you know. So I look at I like Broner, but you know, I just from a consistency standpoint, I have to go with Pacquiao. Pacquiao too. I think he's you know, he got a stoppage. What did he even drug test for the Matisse fight? Did he drug test for the Matisse fight? Because he fought in Malaysia. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know about that. But anyway, he got a stoppage for the first time in like a decade. So he's probably feeling himself. He says he wants the Floyd Mayweather rematch. Oh, shit. Yeah, if you fight in Malaysia, that motherfucker was drinking tiger blood and all types of shit, probably. I need the power of the tiger and Castle Grayskull, and I will, motherfucker. You using hemp oil and all types of shit. I think I need to. Pacquiao do whatever for in Malaysia. Hey, this motherfucker was eating gold nuggets and shit. Cause he produced that. He looked good in the Matisse fight. He had that secret shake. I have resurrected Alex Ariza for my Matisse training camp. No. That motherfucker was drinking gummy bear juice. Gummy bear, bouncing here and there and everywhere. That motherfucker was drinking gummy bear juice out there. He was getting them Red Bull wings out there. The motherfucker Pacquiao was I have meldonium. Let me stop. Cam Man got some fighting explaining to do. As long as he not drinking pee, I'm good. Why? Marquez drank pee and slept his nemesis. Shit, I'm about to start drinking my pee if it do all that. Marquez didn't knock down Pacquiao in the first 3 fights. He didn't drop Pacquiao once in 3 fights. And Pacquiao dropped him like 4 times in the first 3 fights. And then he comes and drops Pacquiao and knocks him out in a, you know, knockout of the decade fashion. Hey, I'm about to start drinking my own urine. Fuck it. That shit had hella protein or something. That shit got electrolytes. What is piss? That shit, what does it taste like? Mountain Dew or something? Y'all drink your pee-pee? That shit probably like spicy and shit. Like a Bloody Mary, you know, when they make the Bloody Mary kind of spicy. God damn. Like, got that little kick to it. What does pee taste? I know one of y'all pissy ass motherfuckers drank your pee. What does pee taste like? I know one of y'all sampled it and shit. Made sure nobody was looking. Fuck around your friends, see you drink your pee as a kid on accident. He the pee-pee man. Y'all drink your pee? Y'all drank your pee? I knew a kid that did that. Drank his own piss. He was a kid, but still. Nah, I ain't drink no pee. What the fuck? I ain't R. Kelly, motherfucker. Somebody said this is one of my oh. Yeah. Remix to Ignition. I am not R. Kelly. What the fuck? I believe I can piss. I believe I can hit the ball. I think about it. Y'all try to play me. What? I don't have weird fetishes. I don't be doing all that. That's y'all. Y'all like all that weird shit. I'll go ham if a girl says she was trying to pee on me. What? Like, I don't even understand the rules of engagement to shit like that, to be honest. You know, like, you just sleep in a pissy bed. Have y'all ever wet the bed? I'm gonna make you wet the bed. You know, have y'all ever wet the bed? It is nothing nice. It's nothing you want to just be sleeping in. So you let the bitch piss on you and then you just sleep in there. Like, you at a hotel where you gonna go to a dry cleaner at 2 a.m. So you just gotta sleep in pissy sheets. That's weird. That's really weird. Cause I remember back when we were kids, you knew friends that wet the bed because the room smell like piss and oil. Like right when you walk in, you're like, oh shit, this motherfucker be peeing. Y'all, can y'all open a window? You can't even say window. You gotta open a window. This shit, god damn. Yeah, I'd never been in no excess shit like that. That's y'all. Y'all be using utensils and all that. Yeah, Jennifer, I brought some utensils. Like, what the fuck you gonna do with that? All right. When I say when, I want you to just shank me. Like, what the? Y'all got utensils and all types of shit. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm talking about wine openers and shit to the bedroom. I'm gonna make you into me. I'm a basic person. I like basic shit. Like basic cable. That's give me an HBO, Showtime. Cool. Basic. He said some R. Kelly freak shit. Yeah, I don't know. I do believe. George, what up? We just talking. Well, we were talking about different things, but boxing. Why you got me cracking up? I'm just being honest. This is we freestyling, but I'm just being real. Mayweather hasn't gotten a KO yet. Ha ha ha. So he didn't knock out Conor McGregor. Okay. That was pretty stupid. Do y'all think about what y'all say? Mayweather hasn't got a KO yet, but the last fight on his record was a KO. Okay. We need that De La Hoya emoji. Hey, y'all tripping now. Ronald, you tripping. You know you wrong for that. He makes a strong case. I do believe. Man, De La Hoya really, he be putting his promoter hat on sometimes because he really said Victor Ortiz is going to beat Floyd. Like, come on, man. Hey, he's Victor Ortiz. He does have the blueprint. Like, really? Out of all people, you thought Victor Ortiz had the blueprint to beat Floyd? Okay. He's southpaw? He's a big kid. I do believe, like, you can always tell when a promoter being a promoter because the shit don't sound believable. He's got a chance. Victor Ortiz, he's the southpaw that's big. He said, bro, you're literally talking to a tree right now, dude. Hey, Victor Ortiz, I think something's like not adequate with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Victor Ortiz always, like, he would have some weird ass interviews. Duh. You know when he said that to me? I didn't get bothered, bro. I told him, you're literally talking to a tree, bro. Do you know what the word literally means? How could you say you're literally talking to a tree, bro? Unless that means you are an actual tree. That doesn't even make sense. He was like, you're literally talking to a tree, bro. That wouldn't be literal, Victor. That's not what that means. Like, how can you say you're literally talking to a tree unless you are a tree? So you think you're a tree right now? You got to give Victor them black and white pictures. What do you see when I show you this, Victor? I don't know, dude. I see a tree. It's like a forest, with a couple branches. Like, tell me more about this fantasy. I mean, tell me more about what you see in this picture. I don't know. I see my dad, and he used to beat me. Like, say some more, Victor. That made no sense. He said, "You're literally talking to a tree right now, bro." And he was serious about it. He wasn't like ha ha ha, like Chuckle House. He was serious. He was on HBO 24/7. You're literally talking to a tree, bro. This motherfucker, HBO producers like, this motherfucker think he a tree. All right, what type of tree is you? I don't know. Depending on the day, I feel like a eucalyptus, to be honest. This motherfucker think he a eucalyptus tree. He think he a fucking eucalyptus. Pazan, oh my, like what? This dude talking about he a tree, bro. I've never heard no one say no shit like that. But that's a weird figure of speech anyway. Like, I've never heard someone say you're talking, like I've heard people say you're talking to a brick wall, or you're talking to a wall, or, like it's not getting through to you. I never heard someone say you're literally talking to a tree, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure you could pass sound through a tree, like with the branches, and never mind. I don't know. I feel like a redwood dude. Y'all picking the type of tree, bonsai and shit. Charlo, McGregor, Rousey, Ortiz, Mayweather curse, fam. That Mayweather curse be everybody that calls out Floyd or talk about Floyd. Amir Khan got knocked out, because you got to remember Floyd was in jail. It's easy work. Like I said before, I'm doing 90 days in a can as part of the plea agreement. And around that time, Amir Khan was talking about moving up from 40 to 47. And I think Floyd Sr. or something went and visited Floyd in jail, and he said he had an interest in fighting in Amir Khan at that time. And then Amir Khan gets knocked out by Danny Garcia. So Amir Khan was saying, oh, I know with my speed I could beat Floyd. He was doing all that and talking about how Floyd's beatable and his speed. My speed will trouble. Eesh. And then he got knocked out by Danny Garcia. I don't know what's up with Gary Russell. I'm surprised he's not more in the conversation. He's a real good fighter. I interviewed him a little while ago. He was just chilling at a fight in New York. Man, boxing's in a good spot. Okay, let's talk about Gervonta. I want to talk about that too. Tank Davis and Abner. I didn't watch all of it. I was thinking about going, but I came over being sick, and I want to get this over with, So I decided not to go, but I seen some of it. I was actually surprised Abner didn't look too much smaller than him, even though he's moving up in weight. Tank's he still looks bigger though, a little bit. Like, mass wise, he looks more like stocky and stout, like more of a unit than Abner, but height and stuff wasn't that big. Again, I didn't watch all the press conference, just kind of glimpsed through some of the face-offs and stuff. It's a good fight, I want to go to it. I don't know what's going on in Robert Garcia Boxing Academy, his gym, but he got two fighters who are moving up in weight to fight known killers or perceived killers, and they keep claiming they see something in the other person's style that people in their own division aren't really seeing. Like, I never heard Machado and Berchelt really say that, Tank ain't nice. But Abner, he's like, I see something. I can't wait. So he's extremely confident, or at least that's what he's saying. And he pursued it. I'm happy for him. He got what he wanted. And Tank needs activity. He fought one time. So it's good that he's fighting in February, first week of February, because he'll be able to. He says he wants to fight 3 times this year. He wants to be more hometown fight in the summer, and then a third unification or something later in the year. That would be real nice for him if he can get past Modest and then get 2 more fights in. They call you racist, but De La Hoya be rooting for all Mexican fighters. Man, it's funny. I already told you about this. When it comes to American fighters, like if you root for a black fighter, then it's a problem. That's how they act. That's how people act. You know, they act like it's a problem for you to support that. But then Canelo, he just said that he thinks Errol Spence's size might be too much for Mikey Garcia. But as he said something like, as always, I'm going for Mikey because he's Mexican. He just outright said that. That's what Canelo said to ESPN. It's an interview that you can watch, you know, and nobody, I made a video about it. Nobody mad, nobody care, you know. But if you're black, you say you like Wilder, it's like, oh, why you like him? Or you sucking his dick, you know, just weird homoerotic fantasies. And, you know, they try to de-emasculate you or the fighter. Like, you know, make it like you like you have a crush on the person, all types of shit. But Canelo could say, basically, Mikey's up against it with Errol, but I'm going with the guy, the Mexican fighter, like whatever. And then you have people in the comment section. Mexico is not, or Mexican is not a race; it's an ethnicity. You know it. Come on, bro. You get the point. Mikey not even from Mexico, but yeah, he's Mexican American though. See, people want to get all particular and shit. Like like Triple G, oh, he's a quarter Korean. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So did you know how like you do the little Scantron test and stuff? Does Triple G, do you think he would put African American, like what do you most identify with? Do you think he would put like Mexican, African American? No, he wouldn't. You know, because they don't have every single, you know, individual ethnicity to claim. Hey, get this Town Biz 510 out of here. I'm just sick of seeing his comments. Jermel lost. That's what's up. Shooters, get rid of him. We got a fake account. Canelo dodged a bullet with that. Jermel lost. They know what they're doing. Now, Jamal's the one in his division that's a mandatory, so he didn't dodge anything. Great fight, can't wait. Best year of boxing, Pac, AB, Mikey versus Errol, Tank Davis. Damn, thank you, Al Heyman. Listen, Al Heyman is I shit on you. I will shit on. I said a cop a squat on you. Start spilling my guts like chicken cordon bleu with straight shit like Notorious Big did to the bitch on his skit on his last album. Put my pants down and I shit on you. Al Heyman he's starting his year off strong. I shit on you. I will shit on you. My adolescent years weren't shit to what I do now. I never grew up. I was born grown, grew down. The older I get, the dumber the shit I get in. The more ignorant the incident is, I fit in. Ignoring the shit, how boring it gets. I don't know when to quit throwing the fit. I know I'm a bit flaky, but they make me. Say they can take me. Make me so achy. I shit on you. What is on the horizon for Garcia? He got his own fight. He about to fight Adrien Granados. That's what's on the horizon. And he better train for it because, you know, we don't know if his confidence is the same after taking 2 career losses and Adrien Granados comes to scrap. So that's what's on the horizon. You can't really look past a Granados. Granados gives people a tough fight. And like with Jermel losing his belt, You know, that's an eye opener. You know, you don't know what the judges are seeing because I don't really even see like they, you know, back in the day, it's like the guy who was the A-lister or the favorite in a close fight would get the decision. So, you know, Danny Garcia can't feel too comfortable because Harrison Charlo was a close fight and the A-lister didn't get the decision. They actually gave it to the challenger in a close fight. So, you know, he's going to have to do his thing with Granados, who's never been stopped. If Mikey lose, do you think he stays at 147? Absolutely not. Why would he? And it depends on the severity of him losing. If he loses bad, definitely don't see it. But I think I like Mikey. Think he's in for a reality check, though. You know, he's saying this is boxing. This is part of the intrigue. You know, when you're up against it, see if you can perform. But, you know, Abner Matas and Mikey keep saying they see something in these guys. That's why they want to move up. All right. Well, show us what you see then. Al Heyman fighters aren't active enough, man. Stop. You guys got to stop repeating the same tired logic. Stop it, please. Al Heyman fighters aren't active enough. Who? Who isn't active enough? What Al Heyman fighter is not active enough? See if he answers. Boxing fan. You guys just, it's like you guys go to a convention. They get the belts and cherry pick like Leo Santa Cruz. Who is not active enough? So let's compare to other people's stables. Because you guys all pick the same talking points. Like I said, like you go to some kind of convention or something, and then you repeat the same talking points. But I don't think you guys are analyzing what you're saying. It's like you're putting Heyman fighters under a different pressure or microscope. Gervonta Davis. So you name one person. He fought in April. He fought one time this year. Oscar Valdez fought one time this year. So what do you have to say now? Oscar Valdez is with Top Rank, and he fought one time this year also. Because he decided to fight a macho fight and got injured. All right, I'm putting you in the hot seat. I can't deal with this. I said Errol Spence too. Okay, so how many times did Errol Spence fight this year? You in the hot seat, bro. I can't even deal. You say you're a boxing fan. Tell me how many fights Errol Spence fought in this calendar year. I'm telling you, these dudes just be saying the same thing, and it drives me insane. How many times did Errol Spence... Somebody help him out, because he's taking forever. How many times did... Okay, see, you don't know shit about boxing. You said he fought one time, but he fought Lamont Peterson in January. Boom. Lamont Peterson and Ocampo. So he fought 2 times this calendar year. You lied. How do I... See, look. You made the statement, and I've already checked you and caught you up in a lie within seconds. I didn't even have to think about it. So how is it that you made the statement and you had time to think about this, but you don't know that, and I do? How do I know off the top? No Wikipedia, no BoxRec. All right, block him. Now he's going back to Tank Davis. We already talked about Tank. You said Tank, and I said Oscar Valdez fought one time this year. So you see how when he's clearly wrong, he wants to revert back to the person we already discussed. And then now he said the N-word. That's what's up. Shooters, clap him. What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? This shit is too easy. Way too easy for me. Oh yeah, Errol Spence. I told you, these guys, they have it's like they have the same talking points, and then they just they put it on repeat or something. I think you clapped the wrong person, Mr. J. You might want to check that. You clapped the wrong person. I know the chat be jumping, but y'all gotta clap the right people. Now, yeah. See? But how you gonna use a racist slur cause you was wrong? Like, cause you was wrong and got called out and got blasted. I wasn't wrong, you was wrong. Here, Mr. J, here's a little trick for the shooters. Wait for the chat to move up, like on its own, and when you see the chat move up, then then block them, because it's not gonna keep moving up hella fast. But if you time it wrong and you wait, and then you're trying to block them, and then it moves up as you do it, that's what happens. So before you guys go to block someone, wait for the chat to cycle up and like refresh or whatever, and then when it's on a fresh count, then you block them. Because that's happened to me too, where I went to block someone, just went and seen their name and then went to block them, and then it moved up and I ended up blocking the wrong person. DTB or whatever got unblocked. But anyway, he said Errol Spence fought one time a year, which, again, I've already proven that to be a lie. Check BoxRec. I was actually sick. I was going to go to Errol Spence's fight, too. I went to the Ocampo fight in Texas, but I was going to go to the Peterson one, too, but I wasn't. I was too sick at that time. But anyway, so Errol Spence fought the same amount of time as a Canelo and didn't fail a drug test. Canelo failed 2 drug tests and fought 2 times. But these dudes want to keep blaming it on Heyman. Golovkin didn't fight more than Errol Spence. They all fought 2 times, I mean. But again, like I said, they just recycle the same talking points. Al Heyman fighters, they're just so inactive. And then he says Tank, and then I say Oscar Valdez, who also fought 1 time this year. Then he says Spence, and then he lies and says Spence fought 1 time, and he fought 2 times, which matches the same amount of times Canelo fought, the biggest star in boxing. It matches the same amount of times Anthony Joshua fought. It matches the same amount of times Triple G fought. These are all guys with different non-PBC imprints, and they only fought twice too. But it's a problem. And then don't give me no Keith Thurman shit. He's on his own island, injured and shit. So it is what it is. That's why he ain't fought. He had several opportunities to come back. You can't blame the promoter on Thurman not coming back. Terrence Crawford fought twice, exactly. Horn, Benavidez, and that's a top-ranked fighter. That's what I'm saying. But they want to keep steadily blaming Al Heyman. I told y'all. They want to steadily blame Al Heyman for shit that's happening throughout boxing. It'd be one thing if Terrence Crawford was fighting 4 or 5 times and these other guys were fighting once. Or Triple G was fighting that many times, or Canelo was fighting 4 or 5 times. Stop it. These dudes just recycle that bullshit. Mikey and Loma all fought twice too. That's what I'm saying. But they make it like this is a Heyman thing. The reality is most stars in boxing, if you're at the higher level and you're making $1 million plus in your fights, like Danny Garcia's and Lomas and stuff, most of them are only fighting twice. And if they are fighting more frequently than this, then who are they fighting? Like Tevin Farmer fought a good amount of times this year. but he fought Billy Dib, some Tennyson guy that no one really knew, and a guy that Tank beat, Fonseca. Gerald Miller fought pretty actively, but who did he fight? And that, again, that's what DAZN's going to have to work on. Because, you know, Eddie Hearns, I don't understand DAZN. I don't understand, like, aspects of DAZN, like the $1 billion thing. They said they had $1 billion, but where is it at, though? Like, where they at, though? Eddie Hearns talking about, oh, yeah, I'm going to keep these guys active. Yeah, you're keeping them active, but who they fighting, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the people who were with Eddie Hearn in America, their biggest fight of their career has not been with Eddie Hearn. Am I wrong? Listen. See, he said Eddie Hearns be capping, bro. Listen, I'm going to say it again. Look at Eddie Hearn's American stable, right? Everybody that he's had, their biggest fight has not been with him. Who wants to argue that? Name somebody, an American fighter that's with him, and since they've been with him, they've had their biggest career fight with him. Who? Name somebody. Daniel Jacobs with Eddie Hearn. His biggest fight, or his Eddie Hearn fights, are Luis Cuba Arias, Mad Selesky, and oh boy, recently, Derevyanchenko. Those fights aren't bigger than Quillen, and it's not bigger than Golovkin. And he had those fights before he was with Eddie Hearn. Gerald Big Baby Miller. I mean, who is his fights? Dogban, Dinu, Marish WEC. Who is his Eddie Hearn fights? Thomas Adamak. You know, I would say that Gerald Washington was probably a bigger fight, bigger platform. Fred Cassie, because Cassie had beat Areola, you know. So we can't really say him. Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas, since being with Eddie Hearn, has fought Thomas Delorme. But before he even got with him, when he was with Al Heyman, you know, his side of things, he fought Broner. When he was with Top Rank, he had a Pacquiao fight. So what person? That's what I'm saying. They keep saying this $1 billion shit. Clarissa Shields. So her biggest fight was the ranking girl? But she's not even signed to DAZN anyway, and I don't even know if the ranking she fought that Franchon girl, and Franchon's a WBC champion now. So you could argue that. See, y'all don't know shit about boxing. Y'all think y'all do. Y'all be trying to catch me up. Hannah Ranking was a music teacher. She's fucking a music teacher. So how's that her biggest fight? And Clarissa Shields about to fight Christina Hammer on Showtime, which is a bigger fight. So, yeah. And Clarissa Shields ain't signed to DAZN exclusively. Hearn has Maurice Hooker, but they lost that was a Top Rank show. Alex Cicero that's why it happened in Alex Cicero's backyard of OKC. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about where Eddie Hearn promoted this. Like, it was his car, his show, and he was the primary. Because, you know, a lot of shows are joint, and, you know, some people from other promotions are. But we know what's a Top Rank card, and what's a PBC card, and what's a DAZN card, etc. Name the American fighter. That's what I'm saying, that he blew up. That had their biggest fight was with him. Let me know. Name an American fighter where their biggest career fight was with him. Jesse Vargas already had fought Pacquiao and Bradley through Top Rank. He fought Broner through PBC. I think his second fight with PBC, he got a Broner fight in lieu of Omar Figueroa being injured. Brandon Rios just fought on the Dazn card, but his fights with Pacquiao and his fight with Mike Alvarado with Top Rank, those fights were bigger than fighting Canelo's brother on the undercard. We've already went over Big Baby Miller. What was his big fight with Eddie Hearn? Thomas Adamak? Y'all be reaching. They want to listen. They know I'm the Don. They want to hate so bad that they have to try to reach to try to make a point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want me to be right so bad that they just start reaching for it. Mr. Fantastic. They just start Dalsim. They just be reaching, hoping that they could prove me wrong. What are you talking about? What Gerald Miller fight with Eddie Hearns was big? He hasn't even fought like a Dillian White. Amir Khan, that's another person with Eddie Hearn. His biggest fights have definitely not been through Eddie Hearn. Because his Eddie Hearn fights are Phil LaGreco, a YouTube chef. You know what I'm saying? Phil LaGreco uploading videos like me and shit. He titling and putting metadata. Been stopped by Spence. And then Amir Khan just fought Samuel Vargas. That's not Khan's biggest fight. Khan fought Danny Garcia. You know, he fought Zab Judah. You know, he's fought Canelo. He's had way bigger fights than YouTube chefs and shit. So where, you know, name the guy, name the person. I'm still waiting. Name the American fighter who has had a bigger fight since they've had with Eddie Hearn than they had in their whole career. You know? Brian just adding insult to injury. Amir Khan versus Lamont Peterson, Maidana, Pauly. Exactly. All them fights way bigger. He just started though, mate. What does just start? What does that have to do with anything? What is him just starting to do with that? That's you see, people like you, and you're using mate, so I could tell what it is. You know, you're saying he just started mate, and you're trying to make a cop out. There's no cop out. Just face facts. So, just starting out, he couldn't have made Gerald Miller versus Luis Ortiz. That would be by far Gerald Miller's biggest fight. He couldn't have made a guy who is signed with him, two guys, Gerald Miller versus Dillian White, instead of Derek Chisora 2. So it's not about just starting out. That's a cop out. You guys are making cop outs, aka excuses, because it's not about you couldn't facilitate the deals, because it's the fact that you chose not to. Who the fuck is Mr. Burns? Someone said Miller versus Mr. Burns. Who is that? Excellent, Smithers. From The Simpsons? I don't know. I don't even know who the fuck Mr. Burns is. I don't want to see that shit. From The Simpsons? Excellent. Excellent, Smithers. Excellent. Hell no, bro. I'm not trying to see that shit. I'm not trying to see all these monkey ass fights. Miller versus Harry and the Hendersons and shit. So it's the fact. You guys are making excuses. It's not that he doesn't have the talent. Like Amir Khan could have fought Kell Brook by now. You know? And then that would have been under his ledger. He'd be like, oh, cool, I put together Amir Khan, Kell Brook. But he hasn't done it. He hasn't facilitated it. So it's not about being new because he's not a new promoter. It's not like he just got his promoters. Like, he's been a promoter. It's about making this shit happen. That's why it's funny when he was saying that Showtime's going out of business and all that. You know? It's funny. That's funny because he has yet to listen to me. Tevin Farmer. Okay, that's another person. He hasn't. It's not like he put together Tevin versus Tank, you know, which would be Tevin Farmer's biggest fight. He hadn't put together nothing like that. And it's funny because he's talking about Showtime going out of business and PBC did everything wrong, or all these things that PBC did do wrong. But guess what? You have never done an event that rivals Al Heyman's bigger events. Never. He has never done an event. You know, I'm talking not a UK success only. I'm talking about international success. International, worldwide success, like Mayweather, McGregor, Mayweather, Pacquiao. He has not put on nothing like that. Even the Klitschko fight on Showtime, I think it did like 500,000-600,000 or something. Joshua Klitschko in America. I know it comes on a little bit earlier, but that's based on where they chose to stage it. You know, so I don't understand. It's kind of pompous, Eddie Hearn's behavior. Like, he act like he just put on the largest worldwide events. But what event? What name his biggest fight? Well, name especially in America. Name an American fight that he put that was fucking with Mayweather versus Canelo, and then Danny Garcia, Lucas Matisse at the time being on the co-feature. Name one fight card that he put with American names somewhere in the bill on the main event, co-main event, that's bigger than the one card with Mayweather and Canelo. Name one fight. And the funny thing is, even if Danny Jacobs gets the Canelo fight, it's going to be a Golden Boy show. They're calling the shot. Golden Boy is calling the shots because they got the bigger star. You know? So if that fight comes off, it's really because we know Jacobs wants it. So if that fight happens, it's because Canelo selected Jacobs. You know, and it's really going to be a Golden Boy card, just like Rocky Fielding. That was a Golden Boy promotion. I'm just telling y'all, we talking facts, right? Facts only. Everything facts only. Miller versus Butterbean in Boston. Yeah, see, y'all see? Y'all tripping. Like, can we at least see, like, I don't even care, man. Like, just something where, like, it's a big fight. Kell Brook versus Bolo Young or some shit. Somebody that I know. Not like a stripper or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't go to male strip clubs. Y'all like all that. Yeah. Kell Brook versus Hootie and the Blowfish coming up. Like, what? Hootie and the Blowfish? Nobody's trying to see that, bro. Who's trying to watch Kell? So basically, I have to fight Hootie and me Blowfish. And like, nobody's trying to see that. Kell versus Hootie and the Blowfish and all that. Yo, Ego win his Cheeseman fighting. Bro, I don't even know who that is. That Ted Cheeseman dude. Who is that? Who is Ted Cheeseman? Like, the battle of the cheeses, Gouda versus Ted Cheese. Like, who is that? Like I watch boxing daily, and I this Ted Cheeseman is a new feller. I don't even know who that is. Hey, block this Yasin Butler. This dude's doing too much. He's talking about Gary Russell and Pacquiao and weird stuff. Block Yasin Butler. This motherfucker talking about Pacquiao and Gary Russell. We about to Gary Russell you, bro. Watch how fast my shooters come for you. Who's Ted Cheeseman? The UK be liking all that, like British humor and stuff. They be like, the cheese is back and, you know, melted cheese, hashtag melted cheese. Like, that shit is not cute over here. Nobody, like, who is he? Y'all making grilled cheese and shit. We trying to see some, you know, your quality fighters versus quality guys from around the world. You talk about some hashtag grilled cheese and, you know, the cheese whiz and shit. Bro, who is that, man? Somebody gonna make some nacho cheese out of him if you start moving him along, right? No, who real talk, I'm really being real. Who is Ted Cheeseman? He sound like he's like a news reporter. Hello, I'm Ted Cheeseman. He sound like the black news the black news reporter with a bug flew in his mouth and shit. Ted Cheeseman, what happened today was what the fuck, Paula? Oh hell nah, bugs flying in my mouth and shit. Get me out this country, motherfucker, Paula. Y'all got fucking bugs flying in my mouth and shit. Oh hell no. That's Ted Cheeseman, that black ass dude. That motherfucker was blurple on that thing, and that bug flew in his mouth. Hello, I'm Ted Cheeseman, and what we witnessed today, this evening. What the fuck? Y'all got all types of mosquito bugs and shit. Hey, Paula, get me out this country, motherfucker. Hey, that was one of the quickest nigga transitions that I've ever seen throughout history. I've never seen someone go from zero to nigga faster than that. That was impeccable timing. Like, he really went. He just did it too quick. He was like, what happened today was what the fuck? Hey, Paula, get me out this country, motherfucker. Yeah, bugs flying in my mouth and shit. Oh, hell no. Get me the fuck up out of here. Paula, y'all give me a motherfucking nap. Then you drop shook one, switch your demeanor. He switched his whole demeanor in seconds. See, that's how them coon channels be doing. Them coon channels. Yeah, the Charlos were exposed. Like they be trying to impress y'all and shit. I'm not doing that. I can't. Why? Cause I gotta be thug. I can't be fake. Like yo, I gotta be who the fuck I am. You know. Yeah, everything. Them coon channels. Yeah, the Charlos, they got busted. They got their asses kicked, right? Am I right? Huh? They want you to say, you know, all the race. Listen, this how you know what it is. I'm going to tell you a little secret, because I study the game. When I keep it real and tell you what I seen, you know, level-headed and objective, and they're mad because I'm being level-headed and objective, and then you have those same racists who's calling me names because I'm not saying what they want me to say. And then they go to coon channels and they're like, yeah, you're the best. You're non-biased. You keep it real. That's the biggest setup, bro. That's sad, bro. When you have known racists who are telling the coon channel in the comments, yeah, this is why I like it. This is why I like your channel, man. You keep it real. They gassing you the fuck up. And the funny thing is, why is there no coon channel that's bigger than mine? See, I'm sitting up here saying what the fuck I want, when I want, how I want, being real with myself and with what I see. And there ain't no coon channel that's bigger. That's a shame, man. So I could sleep well at night. You know, I could look at that person in the mirror, that reflection, and be good with what I see. Cause my mama didn't raise no punk to tongue by tail and shit. But a lot of people can't handle this, you know. They can't handle the pressures and the ills that come with, you know, speaking your mind. You know, they're either trying to protect the fighter or, you know, oh, what is Anthony Joshua gonna say if I say he's should have took the 50 million? You know, I can't really worry about that, man. I look at life in the rear view. And then you got these coon channels, the racist people would just be like, yeah, man, you're doing it. But then they come to my channel or another person talking about how stupid and the black channel. Why do black people, you know, saying all this stupid shit. But then they be trying to gas up the coon channels. Yeah, more of that. See, why can't the rest of you be like this? Leonard Ellerby came out today saying Davis ain't going to no damn Dazn. Why? Okay, but see, that's funny though. Tank is the A side. Why are you gonna go to an app? He's fighting on Showtime with the ability to fight on Fox through PBC. Why would he want to go fight on an app against a guy who just fought his leftovers, Fonseca? And that's no disrespect. That's a reality. You know, I fuck with Tevin Farmer. That's my guy. But he just fought, you know, someone that Tank already beat, and he went the distance with them. So, you know, and then he fought, what's the name? I don't even know, Tennyson. You know, Tank Davis is probably going to, him and Abner, between the two of them. Listen, Al Heyman is, you know, like Jay-Z said, you are now looking at one smart black boy. This dude, Al Heyman, is one smart black boy. He's a smart businessman. Like, and this is what makes a lot of the people mad, the racist people. They just, even me saying that, what do you mean? Why did you say that he was black? See, the funny thing with a racist is they get mad when you say something factual. You know, they don't even want to hear it. Why'd you mention that he was black? Is he not black? You know, did I say something that was a lie? But anyway, Al Heyman is very smart. Al Heyman is taking his, see, this is what I respect about Al Heyman as an advisor. One, you see the people are loyal to him. You haven't really seen people like that have been with him for any length of time turn on him and looking to like bail out, you know, except for Vanes Martirosyan, who has since been knocked out. You know, that's one thing. But beyond that, I can respect as someone who has a small business themselves, just the tactical moves. You know, he's staying off the radar, off the grid. He's delegating. He does a lot of delegating, because I've heard Al Heyman's voice. Motherfucker got this shit deeper than my shit. It's like, I told you, he sound like Mufasa and shit. He might actually be in the new Lion King. I don't know. So he might be in that. Simba, you mustn't go into the Pride Lands. Everything that Gervonta Tank Davis touches melts. You know, he has a deep voice and shit. That Barry White shit. Oh, you just keep telling me this and telling me that. Girl, I'm waiting practice what you preach. Baby, there's something wrong with me. Every time I'm in love with you, you keep talking. So the thing I like about Al Heyman, though, is this. He's aligning these guys to be bosses, like mini bosses. It's about to be 2019, you know, Happy New Year to everybody. And just peep the setup. While you have people like, you know, this is just my honest opinion. Eddie Hearns, he keep worrying about Tank Davis. That's not your fighter, though. That's not your fighter. And Eddie Hearn, you see, that's the thing. When you doing top level shit, when you like, it's like a bartender. When you got top shelf liquor, the top shelf liquor don't got to worry about the other shit. You know, some people who are being, cheaper, they don't want the cheaper stuff. They're going to get that. Not even worried about it. But when you top shelf, the people who have a little bit more to spend or are willing to spend for the quality, for the taste, they're going to get that top shelf shit, right? You got Eddie Hearns who keeps worrying about Tank, but that's not his fighter. That's not really his deal. So why do you care so much about Tank's career? Meanwhile, like I said, Al Heyman is setting these guys up. See, he's basically putting people in positions to be their own bosses. Now, if they don't train hard or they lack discipline and they end up getting their ass beat or something, then that's on them. But he's giving you the opportunities to become a star. God willing, if you do the right things and or have the skill, he's giving you the opportunity to do so. Period. Look at the beginning of this next year. Even we could start from right now. The Charlo brothers were just on Fox and it did 2.4 million peak, right? So it did good ratings before Christmas. I don't know what it was competing against off the top of my head. I was at the fight. It was a good fight, tough fight. They main evented. Two twin brothers main evented. Broner, he's getting his first pay-per-view. Just look at it. Against a legend and Pacquiao. If Broner beats Pacquiao, then there's nothing you can really say. You got to give him his propers. Because a lot of people aren't expecting it. I'm not saying he will beat him, but I'm saying Al Heyman's giving you that chance. He's giving you the fucking opportunity. We just got Pacquiao on the PBC side, and Broner, who, has put on big events, is getting the first crack at him. This is Broner's opportunity to pull, a performance from his ass, a DeMarco or whatever. We have to see how it turns out, but he has the opportunity, he has the potential to do something big. If he beats Pacquiao, that's instant. That almost makes up for his other losses. Not saying it erases them, but losing to Maidana won't look as bad. Losing to Mikey Garcia won't look as bad. Sean Porter won't look as bad because you fucking beat Pacquiao, if he beats Pacquiao. The bottom line is Al Heyman's giving these young fighters that chance. He has the opportunity to beat Pacquiao. If he can use his size and stuff, he's been given the platform. He's getting the opportunity to do it. I'm not saying he will do it. Those are two different things. He has the chance to. So hopefully he's taking it serious. Pacquiao old as hell ego, LOL. What's that got to do with anything? Why do fans want to see Mayweather fight Canelo in a rematch? Mayweather's older than Pacquiao. So what does that got to do with anything? Manolo Villa. Look at the names, the faces, and the profile pics of the people doing the most hating. What does that have to do with anything? It ain't good if he wins or not. Are you in the hot seat? What does Pacquiao being older have to do with anything? So he's not a respected legend in the game. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. Block him. He put a smiling emoji. Get him out of here. Because you the only one smiling. You the only one playing games. Nope. Block him. Manolo Villa. Get him out of here. He's not talking about nothing. I'm not playing. You playing. Now my shooter's going to play with you. That was an easy one. Listen, if y'all going to put foolishness, then come correct. Nah, it's too late, bro. I gave you opportunity. I was going to debate you because you're saying craziness. Shooters, Manolo Villa. Get him gone. Hey, Shooter's been slacking on this episode. Clap this man. I don't know if there's a lag. Thank you. Anyway, Al Haymon's giving the fighters the opportunity. Abner Mares, he has a huge opportunity. If he beats Tank Davis, losing to Johnny Gonzalez by stoppage doesn't look so bad. And he'll be a champion if he beats Tank Davis. Huge opportunity for him. Tank Davis, if he does good, he has an opportunity to, between the two of them, sell out the StubHub Center. So if he can, beat Abner Mares in his home turf, SoCal, in great fashion, then that helps create the Tank brand. Like, damn, he just knocked Abner Mares out. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it on Showtime, and it's his first main event that I can remember. Or it's his biggest main event. His first U.S. main event. Because I think the Liam Walsh was the main event, but that was a smaller fight in the UK. Right? Errol Spence, Mikey. We could do this all day. Mikey, if he moves up 2 weight divisions and beats Errol Spence Jr., he's the fucking man. Period. Because you're going to fight a known assassin at his weight class. If you win, you're the fucking man. Even if Spence wins, I give him a lot of credit because Mikey's a hell of a fighter. And they're doing it in the AT&T Stadium. So you just got to look at the opportunities. Look at the opportunities that he's giving these guys to show. Al Heyman can't fight for Abner Mares, but this is what Abner Mares said he wanted, and now he's getting it. He can't fight for Tank Davis, so may the best man win. He's still giving them the chance to show greatness, on a major scale, on a major platform. Broner pay-per-view. He's giving them the opportunity to succeed, basically. Now it's up to them on what they do with it. Now look at, let's say, a rival promoter, Golden Boy. Outside of Canelo, who's a shot caller, what major platform, are they giving the Golden Boy fighter? You tell me. So Canelo, we know he's a boss and he commands numbers. But name other people on the Golden Boy roster. Where's Rashidi Ellis? When's his next fight? Where's his main event? Where's him fighting at the, StubHub or having a high-profile marquee fight? Let's just talk about it. I see, there's nothing wrong with talk. Let's talk. Y'all want to talk? Let's talk. Name the Golden Boy fighter that has a similar, major, I got the chance to beat Pacquiao and get it on and popping for myself. See, every time I pose these questions, nobody answers them. So I feel like I'm talking to myself. Y'all want me to keep talking, or y'all want me to stop and do a hot seat and get this chump up out of here? If y'all ready for another hot seat, just put hot seat. We got one. They think because I'm sick, I'm not on my A game. It don't work like that. All right, DJ, you got what you wanted. He says, ego, what happened to, quote, unifications trump anything? You haven't been pushing that forward for Wilder versus AJ. See, what happens when you get guys who think they can outsmart you is they try to use your own words against you, but we too smart for that. But that's what they try to do. You get me? So let's talk about it. He's taking something I said in relationship to boxing in past fights, and he's trying to flip it on me. So we'll see how far he gets with this. You know, oh, I'm so scared. Now, when I made those comments, when did I make them? What fight was I talking about? See, the thing is, you're not smarter than me than this. You know, I've been doing this for a while. I know what I say because I'm there when I say it. I'm very aware, very conscious of how, like, even the joke stuff. You know, you have to formulate your words how you want them, because especially on the live thing, when you're doing something live, you fuck around and say the wrong thing. You know, that could be career suicide if you said the wrong thing and it came out wrong. Right? So I'm very aware of what I say. He's trying to flip something on me, but we're going to see. We'll get to the bottom of it. He says I'm not hiding. Okay, so answer the question, DJ. I'm going to call you DJ Tanner. So when I said unifications trump everything, right? What fight was I talking about that? What do you remember me talking about? Like, what, there was like the presence of another fight and I brought those things up. And please don't play dumb, like, oh, I don't remember. Because how you remember a quote that I said from a few months ago, but you don't remember the details surrounding what I was talking about. So let's get this going. Hot seat. Get beat. What fight was I saying it to? Joshua versus Wilder, yeah. As opposed to, now he's trying to snitch. He says someone else said it. Read up. He's trying to, I guess, blame someone else. All right, he's playing games. So anyway, I said it in relationship to Alexander Povetkin getting the fight over Wilder. And what I said was absolutely true. Unifications trump mandatories. That's what I said. I didn't say unifications trump everything. I said unifications trump mandatories. See, now you know you done fucked up. Because when you try to quote me, your quote says unifications trump everything. That's not even what I said. I said it trumps mandatories. So why would a mandatory take precedence over a unification? Right? So we were talking about the Povetkin fight. You know, you guys want to play games and act like you can't understand that concept. Povetkin is a smaller fight. Povetkin was a mandatory. But what did he do to become mandatory? You know, beat David Price, who had been knocked out 4 times in his 4 losses at that point. You know, what did he really do? Povetkin was on meldonium and ostarine and adamantium and wildberry Skittles and all types of shit. Took a long layoff, you know. So bottom line is, people didn't feel that the Povetkin fight should take priority over the Wilder fight. So I said what I said. I never said it no matter what the situation is, it takes precedence over everything. The whole point is, it would trump, if you really wanted to make the fight, it would trump a mandatory being ordered. So if the WBA ordered a mandatory, you don't have to fight that mandatory, because they should be in support of you trying to unify. I didn't say that no matter what the fuck is going on, you should dip out and fight a unification and then not consider anything else. You know you done fucked up, right? Once again, I used this before, but I'm going to use it on you again. Pause. Ward had a controversial fight with Kovalev. I thought he won. It was close. Some people thought Kovalev won. Judges gave it to him by 1 round. Justice was needed. Clarification was needed. I did not want to see Andre Ward, the new light heavyweight champion, move on to fight Adonis Stevenson, no matter how good of a fight, no matter how big of a fight it was, with that Kovalev cloud hanging over him. Why would he do that? Why would he not set the record straight, fully get past Kovalev like he did, and then see what's up? Why would he go on and move to someone when there's lingering notions about who really won and all this shit? Same with Wilder and Fury. They did something in lieu of Joshua thinking he was the A side and starving him out, and I'll get to you guys when I want to get to y'all, and it backfired. Point blank, period. He chose to fight Povetkin. Wilder didn't want to fight Brazil, as evident by who he did fight. He could have easily at that point fought Brazil and just been like, man, I'll fight Brazil. But he wanted the bigger fight. He wanted to show what he was about. He wanted a bigger name. He wanted a pay-per-view, and he got it in fighting Tyson Fury. Now that Joshua allowed that fight to happen, he allowed it to happen by not being the one that fought Wilder next. So, fast forward to the future, they're enthralled in what could be a trilogy, but definitely was a good first fight, a lucrative fight. The second one's going to be bigger, and the rematch we need for closure. So Joshua now has to wait, but this is all his fault, because if Joshua fought Wilder, if he fought Wilder in September, then there would have been no Fury rematch talk. This is factual, because they were pushing for a two-way rematch clause. So no matter the outcome, they would have had a rematch. Wilder and Joshua would have had to run it back, if anything. So we wouldn't be talking about Tyson Fury, by the spring. A block supper tree. He talking about take a breath, talk forever. Fuck you. Block supper tree. I don't gotta take no breath. I'm a machine. I'm an absolute unit. I don't take no breath. Listen, that's a new rule. It's really been a rule, but I'll make it public. If people wait till I'm in a hot seat, and start trying to jump in, in a negative way, you just getting X'd out, because I'm in a hot seat with somebody else. You gotta wait your turn. All right, DJ. So we've already explained this. The reason the Fury fight even happened was because of Joshua. If Joshua gave a fair deal to Wilder and fought him in September, would we be talking about Wilder versus Fury 2 in the spring? Yes or no? Would we be talking about Wilder versus Fury 2 had Joshua, instead of fighting Povetkin in September, fought Wilder, win, lose, or draw? Okay, so you're saying yes. So explain that. How would we be talking about Wilder Fury if Joshua fought Wilder in September? Why would we be talking about Wilder Fury Part 2 in the spring of 2019? You just made it worse for yourself. He said yes. Okay, so why would we be talking about a rematch if Wilder fought against AJ in September? How would that be possible? So you think Wilder would fight Joshua in September and then come back by December and fight Tyson Fury and have a controversial fight? Please explain. Damn, DJ. All right, he on the timer because I feel like he's wasting time now. DJ has 15 seconds. 13 seconds. Because you just wasting time. You should be ready. All that time I spent talking, you should have had your responses ready as I'm talking. 12 seconds. Wilder would, because he believes the best should fight the best. How would we be talking about a rematch? Strike one is really a strike two. How would we be talking about a Wilder versus Fury Part 2 for the spring of 2019 had Joshua fought Wilder and offered him a fair deal in September? It wouldn't make sense chronologically, because even if, no matter what happened, let's say AJ knocked out Wilder, they would probably do a rematch. If Wilder beat Joshua, then there definitely would have been a rematch. So we wouldn't have been talking about Fury. And you know you're lying. That shit is a dub. Try again. How would we be he said because Wilder believes he's the best and the best should fight the best. That don't have nothing to do with a contractual rematch clause. This is who y'all send for me. Sad. You tell me who's making sense and who ain't making sense here. He's trying to say that we'd be talking about it. But Parker didn't get a rematch. Explain that. What does Parker have to? Parker wasn't a champion as long as Wilder. And if you remember, Shelly Finkel, he says we're willing to fight in the UK for the flat fee, but we have 2 small notes. It was later revealed that one of the small notes that they had is they wanted a 2-way rematch clause. So what are you talking about? So that was one of the sticking points that they wanted to push through, right? So that leads me to believe that they weren't going to settle with a bullshit 1-way rematch clause. So they, that was one of the last things they needed amended or switched over in the contract. So that's why I'm saying a rematch would have took place. What does Parker got to do with that? If Parker's team didn't press for that to be added, then that's him. Strike 3. Damn, homie. Damn, DJ. We got to do something, DJ. How is it that I'm able to answer all your questions easily and you can't answer none of the shit I'm saying? You can't intelligently rebuttal anything I'm talking about. Once again, if Wilder and Joshua fought in September, why would we be talking about Wilder Fury 2 in the spring of 2019? You still haven't answered that. And then you came up with some bullshit talking about because Wilder wants to fight the best. What does that got to do with a rematch clause? And then you try to distract people by bringing up Parker, who is the least of... No one was even talking about Parker. That literally has nothing to do with anything. So now we're back on track. You have 3 strikes, bases loaded for me. Please finish and let me know so we can get you up out of here. And focus. Don't, it was not about Dillian White, Parker. We've already addressed that. Why would we be talking about a Wilder Fury rematch if Joshua stepped up to the plate this last September? Bases loaded. Good luck. Good job, DJ. Blockcaster Troy. I told y'all, I keep seeing his stupid ass comments. Blockcaster Troy. Yeah, we about to face off. My shooter's about to face off with you. Blockcaster Troy. Caster Troy can go. All right, DJ, you got 10 seconds, man. We not waiting. See this is what I got to cut the rules. I can't even give them 3 strikes because it's a long, laborious process while we just wait and wait and wait and wait. And then we finally wait expecting you to come with some dope argument or classic rebuttal, and then they don't. So you have 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. DJ, please respond. Three seconds, 2 seconds. 1 second. And what is your final answer, DJ? He would still need a rematch to convince the public due to a controversial decision a few weeks ago. Get rid of him. He just lost. You already had 3 strikes. You're saying the controversial decision, that wouldn't have been a factor because he wouldn't have fought him if he fought AJ in September. What are you talking about? He said that Wilder and Fury still wouldn't need a rematch. That doesn't even make sense. we're going off of the pretense of if AJ stepped up to the plate, offered something fair, and AJ fought Wilder instead of Povetkin in September, and he's talking about the December fight with Wilder Fury. Obviously, that wouldn't have happened if Wilder was fighting a guy like AJ that late in the year. He's not going to come back and fight Tyson Fury. Part of why Tyson Fury stepped up is because he's seen the games AJ was playing. He's seen the games Eddie Hearns were playing, and he thought the UK was looking suspect. So he wanted to prove that he was, that he was a true gypsy warrior and hold it down for the UK. But there would be no reason for Tyson Fury to step up in that way if AJ actually fought Wilder in September. I'm killing these dudes, bro. This is it. This is what y'all sent for me. Tyson Fury, he told you what he was about. He told you why he did it, He said AJ had the UK looking crazy. So, he had to prove that the whole UK is not about that. That's just him individually. We wouldn't have been talking. Bottom line is everyone knows if AJ, see, listen, AJ's team is doing a horrible job with the damage control as far as I'm concerned. Right? Here's why. You see how they're putting the utmost importance on, it's about legacy. It's about undisputed. Why would you not want undisputed? Undisputed. Oh, you should want it undisputed. All the belts. Oh, right? That's what they're currently now saying. But then they keep saying no fantasy contract, only reality, no fantasy, money, money, money. Oh, flat fee. Those are two different things. You know what gets the fight done and you know what doesn't get the fight done. So if you have to, at some point, you have to be willing to maybe even compromise. If it was all about legacy, right? Like he's trying to make it and he's trying to drive that point home. Why would he not fight me in April? It's his legacy. It's the belts. It's all the belts. It's undisputed, right? If that's how he really felt, right? Why did he, wait for Wilder Fury to have controversy and talk about a rematch before he started going ham with the damage control and his legacy, right? Second thing is, why would you not compromise if you know this is what boxing requires and needs, and Eddie Hearn was clearly lowballing him with flat fees in a mega fight? Then why didn't you just say, man, fuck it. I'll give you 35, 42%, 45%, wherever you guys, bottom line, if Wilder was willing to, in the end, take 15 flat or 17.5 flat or whatever, knowing that was shitty for a mega fight, then you mean to tell me he wouldn't have took 42%, 43% two-way rematch call? Why didn't you just make sure everything is squared up as much as possible, and then just take that compromise? And instead, he didn't do that. So we know what it's about. If you just cared so much about the legacy, you wouldn't be talking about, just purely money, about, legacy. You wouldn't just say that. Everything he's talking about is money and I got 4 belts and stuff like that. But now he's trying to act like it's just about legacy. Okay, if it's about legacy, give him a 50-50 split then. If that's all you care about, Joshua, through this whole thing, the more they talk, the worse it gets for him. No consistency whatsoever. Eddie Hearns says one thing, Joshua's saying something else. It's terrible. Joshua said he didn't want to fight in America because he's not willing to sell his soul, and he wants to fight in his homeland for the UK fans. Now they were talking about giving the Wembley date up to Khan and Kell Brook, and talking about fighting Miller. You want to fight Miller at Madison Square Garden? I thought you didn't want to fight in the UK. Why were you willing to fight Klitschko in Vegas? These are just horrible loose ends that have never been properly sewed up from Team Joshua, and people act like they don't exist. These dudes are getting lit up with all these points. Now you want to all of a sudden, I got the bug. I want to fight in America. I want to get a condo. Now you want a condo. Block Luisa Olmo. Look at the names, faces, and profile pictures of the people doing the most hating. Luisa Olmo. Block them. So Joshua, now he wants a condo. Now he wants to fight in America. But for 50 million, you weren't going to sell your soul. Just too many of these contradictions. You say you wanted 50 million, they offer you 50 million, and then you say you don't want to sell your soul for it. You say you want to be a billionaire in boxing, and then you say you're not going to sell your soul for money. Like, which one is, like, you've said so many, like, painstakingly, obviously, like, opposite things. It's hilarious. It really is. You want to be a billionaire in boxing, but you're not going to sell your soul for 50 million and give them the rights to the fight. You didn't want to fight in America for 50 million, and that whole thing blows over. And then now you want to fight Miller for less than 50 million in America. What? Really? All right, you in the hot seat. K-Star Raw. Dog, everyone knows the $50 million was a publicity stunt. Then he says $50 million from BT Sport is a violation of his contract to Sky Sports, right? Just like Team Joshua, you done fucked up. You just said two different things. You just said it was a publicity stunt, but then you said the money is real, but it was provided by BT Sport. So if it's a publicity, do you know what see, you guys are so ignorant to what I thought was like common vocabulary, and you're recycling what Eddie Hearn said and stuff, that you guys are not even making sense yourself. Do you know what a publicity stunt is? Publicity stunt would be Oscar De La Hoya waiting to the Canelo versus Golovkin rematch fight week to announce to TMZ that he wants to run for U.S. president against Kanye West. That's a publicity stunt because he has no actual, like, is he really going to put all his money into that and he's not actually going to run for president, right? That's a publicity stunt. You said, a celebrity coming out with a sex tape the week their album dropped. That's a publicity stunt. But you just said the money was coming from BT. So my question to you is, no, I'm not listening to anything you say until you answer my question. How is it a publicity stunt, but then you're claiming the money was coming from BT? So you're basically saying the money's not real, but then you're saying the money is real, but it's through BT Sport. So which one is it? Damn, homie. Damn, I'm chopping these boys up. Mincemeat. That's all. Listen, if your next response does not answer that question, he says it's a publicity stunt because they knew the offer was never going to be accepted. It's not a real offer. How is it not a real offer? Bro, you're drowning in the whole BT rumor about them coming up with the money. That didn't even come out initially when the money was when it was proposed. They said agree to the terms and we'll have a meeting with you. That's what happened. They said agree to the terms and we'll finally meet and squash and hash out the other aspects of it. And they didn't want to do that. So the BT rumor didn't even come out when that came out, and they're like, oh, no proof of funds. And beyond that, you look crazy because Eddie Hearn was like, he said stuff like the money was real, bro. You can't win this. Here's another point. Why would AJ say he's not selling his soul for 50 million? Why wouldn't he just say, oh, I can't do that because it's a conflict of interest and I have a contractual obligation? Okay, so answer your way out of that. Either way, you trapped, my dog. So why did AJ, when the money was first propositioned to him, why didn't he come out and say, you know what? I seen the proof of the funds, and it was backed by BT Sport, so that wouldn't have worked. It was a conflict of interest. Why did he say something about selling his soul? I'm not selling my soul for $50 million. If that was the real reason. Oh, bro, you looking desperate. This is what I expect from a cockroach, though. He said, what promoter agrees to an empty contract? They said, we'll want to fight you in an American USA venue in between September and December. 50 million purse, guaranteed, 50% of the back end. How's that an empty contract? You have the bulk of what you need to know. You know the in-between dates, so there's plenty of time to train. You know it's going to be in America, so obviously it's not going to be at fucking Chuck E. Cheese's. It's going to be in a venue that they feel they can generate the most money. Common sense. Anyway, so I answered that question. Now back to my question. Yeah, an empty contract would just be a blank piece of paper, like a blank check. Now, anyway, because he's going to try to go off and battle extra shit. When the $50 million was offered, why didn't Anthony Joshua say, I read over the fine print and the money came from BT Sport, which wouldn't have worked for me? He didn't say that when the money was first offered. I don't even remember where he's ever said that. Right? So if they say, hey, why didn't you take the 50 million? Why didn't he just immediately say, because I asked for the proof of funds and we found out the money was from BT Sport? That's the excuse you're using. So he said, why didn't he say that? Instead, he said something like, I'm not selling my soul for 50 million. So if you had the real reason was BT Sport was the real reason you didn't accept, then why didn't you just say that from jump? That's my question. Damn, K. Oh my gosh. Who cares what he said immediately afterwards? See, I ask you a question and then you won't answer. Those are the facts. How is it an excuse, ego, when it's the truth? Okay, so you guys let me know. Did he beat me in the hot seat? I ask a direct, easy question using his logic, and he says, who cares? Did he answer it? If he didn't answer it, put your L's up. What you mean, who cares? See, who cares because you don't have a fucking answer for it. That's what that means. If this man got his ass beat, put your L's up. You talking about who cares? Of course it's who cares because you don't have nothing to respond with. Oh my gosh, man. Listen, I'm feeling better already. Bye-bye, K. Thank you for playing, K. See, that's what they do. When they can't answer you, switch the subject. But I eliminate that. We're not switching the subject. We're not getting distracted with something else. I eliminate that. So what do? Name call or say, who cares? And then just gloss over everything you just said. Now it's who cares? Who cares why he didn't do that? Like that doesn't matter. Get K the fuck up out of here. One of the shooters, get him out of here. Thank you for playing. Someone said allow him to phone a friend. Y'all funny. See, they just want to dismiss what you're saying because they know that they don't have no educated response. Get K-Star Raw out of here. Shooters. Do we have to do shooter recruits and get some new shooters that are going to be prompt? Get him out of here. Thank you. The point is this. Your story should be all... If you're speaking for the truth, then your story really shouldn't change. The reason why you rejected the $50 million should stay consistent. If you knew that the money was from BT Sport, then why didn't you just say that? Why didn't you say, hey, BT Sport, they fronted the money and that wouldn't have worked with my contract? Y'all blocked the wrong person again. Who the fuck is Renee? That Renee doesn't need to be blocked. They gave him an L. Hey, y'all got to be, listen, we might have to start to shoot it from scratch. Y'all got to get on it. Renee should be unblocked right now. I don't even know why they got blocked. They gave the person an L. And then he got blocked. Stop it. Shooters nearsighted and shit, shooting everybody. Anyway, the bottom line is your excuse should be consistent. Your reasoning, your rationale. That's like, okay, I used to work at Lowe's. Right? I'll give y'all an analogy real quick. Can y'all please unblock Renee that didn't deserve to get blocked for no reason? All right. Let's say I go to work and I go to Lowe's, right? And I'm late to work. And I go into work and my manager says, "Oh, you were late to work. What happened?" And I tell my manager I overslept, right? And then they jot it down in their little attendance book. And then later on the news, it's reported that an Amtrak derailed and it caused a massive pile up in like road closure. And then later I say, "Oh, yeah, I was in that. I forgot to tell you, I was in the Amtrak road closure." If I was in the Amtrak road closure and that was the reason that I was late to work, then why didn't I just say that from the beginning? Why would I say something about being oversleeping? Yeah, Mr. J, you got to cool off with the shots because that's the second mistake in this stream. I know I've been going on for a while, but that's a perfect example. I'm late to work. I get there at, I was supposed to be there at 6 a.m. I get there at 7 a.m. My boss says, "Hey, why were you late to work?" I overslept. Okay. And then later, I found out that there was a Amtrak that got derailed that caused a massive congested traffic. And then I try to switch. "Oh, yeah, I was in that. That's why I'm late to work." Then why wouldn't I just say that from the beginning? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. If that was the real reason, then you would have just said that from the beginning. You wouldn't have said, "Oh, I overslept or I stayed up late," and then switched it to I was in traffic with this Amtrak derailment. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. AJ, they said, "Hey, what about the 50 mil?" He said, "I don't want to sell my soul." Why would you even say that if BT Sport was the reason? That's what y'all trying to switch to now. Keep it consistent. Oh my man, we killing. I'm gonna let my mic cool off. The more y'all try and the more y'all pander, the worse it gets for y'all. And you know what the worst? It's like a parent having a real bad kid in school. A parent having a real bad kid that goes to school. You know what? You could try to vouch for the kid and be like, "Oh, it's that teacher. That teacher, she's just putting him in detention because she don't like him." But then when you have teachers in multiple periods and, yard duty and principal, and they all have a problem with your kid, then guess what? You have to face reality and come to grips with the terms that this is your fucking kid's fault. Your kid is clearly doing something because he's getting more calls to the house than your neighbor's kids that go to the same school, his friends that are in some of the same classes, and it just keeps happening to him. At some point, you guys got to look at life and start considering the source. And you trying to vouch makes you an accessory to murder. So we gonna murder y'all in this hot seat because y'all saying stupid shit. And every time you try to vouch, it makes you look bad. It makes you look bad because they've said too much where we've already went over these points over and over and stomped a mud hole in y'all. And we went over these points. No matter what you try to switch to, we're always multiple steps ahead. Oh, BT Sport. Okay, then why didn't he say the BT Sport from the beginning? What is this? I'm not selling my soul. What video are y'all talking about? When did AJ get on record? Send me the link where he got on and said, hey, the 50 million wasn't, it was a publicity stunt. It was BT's sports money. And I haven't even seen him say that. I never even seen him say that. But these dudes, they're just trying to use whatever they can. They're drowning. I'm telling y'all. Joshua's team has said far too much for their own good and is coming back to haunt them. Oh, we want undisputed. But you couldn't stay up to watch the fight? You couldn't go there ringside? I never heard of such said video. That's what I'm saying. These dudes they in quicksand. They just reaching for vines and branches and rocks, anything they can, because they fall in the quicksand. You just trying to grip onto anything. Fucking tulip, it just breaks off. You reaching for whatever, and they know it. Blaming everybody but the culprit, Eddie Hearns and AJ. Oh, BT Sport. Oh, because here's another thing. The 50 million, he said he's turning it down because he wanted to fight in the UK. So he's given multiple excuses for not doing the 50 million that had nothing to do with BT Sport. So to me, that can't be the real reality, because like Joshua said, the reality, if it was BT Sports money and that's the reason you turned it down, why would you say, oh, there's no proof of funds, I'm not selling my soul, I want to fight in the UK? Why didn't you just say, fuck all them this shit? If there was a major reason like BT Sport and it was a conflict of interest and a contractual culprit that would prevent you from doing it, then why wouldn't you say that? Why didn't you just say that from the beginning? Why would you say I got to fight in the UK for the fans? Why would you say that's how I know you're just reaching for anything? Because you would have just said what it was from the beginning. That's how you know when someone's lying. If it is what it is, then you don't have to think about multiple different excuses. You just have one and it's the truth. It is what it is. Take it or leave it. He talking about, I don't want to sell my soul. I want to fight in the UK. The UK deserves it. I don't have proof of fun. And then now I'm supposed to believe a fourth rationale, the BT Sports shit. Bottom line is, if his team made a thorough offer, listen, you know what offers are going to get turned down and what aren't, or what has a likelihood to. Stop it. So if he cared about undisputed, just offer him 50-50 two-way rematch clause, and if you don't think he's about it, see. Shout out to Isaiah. He said, looking for any excuse that could fit. That's what I'm saying. The whole world sees it. This is why Joshua had to hire a PR team to help manage his social media and image and shit. Come on, stop it. Then Hearns coming out, oh, the biggest fights are on Dazn. You want to fight our guys, you got to fight on Dazn. We got $1 billion. You got $1 billion, but you got to give this man a flat fee for the biggest fight. Do you understand what Wilder Joshua would do for Dazn? Do you understand what that fight would do? That would definitely help the app, especially at that point when it first started, when people might have had more faith in it before all the politics and shit. So, weird decision making from Dazn, to be honest. You could listen. Hey, peep this. I'm killing y'all. And I'm gonna get out of here after this. I gotta get my voice a rest. How can you offer Canelo $365 million for 5 years, 10 fights? Give him $15 million. Like, do you guys understand? Like, from a business aspect, and I know I'm killing y'all. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying y'all. You gave Canelo 15 fucking million to fight Rocky Fielding, but you can't splurge with Mr. I got $1 billion. You can only give Wilder 2.5 million more than Canelo got for Fielding to fight the biggest fight in world boxing. Canelo got 15 for. Tell me that budgeting makes sense. Canelo got $15 million, an installment payment of $15 million to fight Rocky Fielding, but you could only give Wilder, you could only give him 17.5 million. And at first you try to give him 12.5 million. So under that. But then for Canelo, Rocky Fielding, which did nothing for the app, nothing for the app, you could give him that much money. You could give Canelo a total of $365 million, but Wilder can't get a percentage of a mega fight. You should be dying. Dazn should have been like chomping at the bit to get a fight like Wilder versus Joshua on their app. So, I hate to say I like Canelo, but to be honest, instead of paying him so much money, like give him 250 million if that's the case. So you had like 125, 150 million to invest towards this mega fight. Something, you blew the whole budget on Canelo, but then couldn't even capture Joshua Wilder and strike while the iron's hot. Now this is why you see the damage control, because Joshua, his stock is falling. That's why he's hiring these PR people and shit. And Wilder's stock is growing, especially if he beats Tyson Fury in this rematch, and the rematch is more successful. And they know this. Wilder might have all the leverage to the point where Joshua has to fight on Showtime, or Showtime has to be involved in it. This could have been a DAZN only fight. Joshua was like more recognized as the noted A side at that point because Wilder hadn't fought Fury. So he could have did that. But once again, Canelo, you gave him $15 million to fight Aaron Rodgers, but you could only give Wilder a flat fee. DAZN is making some horrific business decisions. Even putting Eddie as a spokesperson with how he came across wasn't a good look for DAZN, because that left a sour taste in people's mouth. How Eddie Hearns came over was very pompous and like arrogant and like he was going to shut shit down. And you see at the press conference, Leonard Ellerbe like, Tank ain't fighting Tevin Farmer on no DAZN. So now Eddie Hearns, AJ, they have the chance of being starved out or have to play on other people's terms. And they supposed to be the go-to guys. But DAZN should have been like begging to get a fight with like Wilder Josh. That would have been by far the biggest fight that we've seen on DAZN thus far. Bigger than Canelo Rocky Fielding. But you're gonna give Canelo all this money to fight Rocky Fielding, but not tell Eddie Hearn, like whoever's behind it, Barry Hearn, Eddie Hearn, you gotta be like, man, you gotta give us this. We offered you $1 billion. We got $1 billion we invested in you. We need that Wilder versus Joshua ASAP. The fans want it right now. And then Eddie Hearn gave him Povetkin, which I don't know if it's true, but they said did 16,000 in America. 16,000 views. That's horrible. I get more views than that on YouTube. And I'm a private freelance guy. Started from the mud. And I don't have $1 billion. I got live streams and shit that got more views than that. 7 Reasons and First Looks and shit. We shouldn't even be in the same echelon. I got more subscribers on YouTube than DAZN does. It's looking shaky. It really is. And you giving Canelo all this money. No hate. That's cool. Great for Canelo and his family and, his bank account. But you should have been trying to capture that Wilder Joshua fight. I'm out. Holla at the boy, man. Y'all know what it is. Salute to everybody.